Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Shores of Sorrows, Supera's Legend. Season 1, Episode 13, Heartbroken Harmonies. I am your captain, Captain Wilcock, and today we're going to have a lovely adventure. We may be down a few crew members, but we'll still be having a lovely adventure. And, let's bring in our crew and have them introduce themselves. So without further ado, hello, how's everyone doing?
Hello.
Hi. Oh, and let me just quickly turn on my light so you guys can get proper lighting. I forgot about that. Oops. So my face is little...
You're really dark there, dear heart.
Yes, I know. I got a tan on the boat. Now I don't.
A tan on the boat. I've been on for it too long. Oh, Jesus.
Yes.
Luckily for me, I don't get a tan. I'm already kind of tan looking at Bone. I'm a little charred, actually.
Yes.
Yes.
Alright,
yes.
so, let's start off with, The Voice in the Void.
Hi. I am a Christian Noir, and I played former Captain Scarlet Mox, also known as Moxie. And, yeah, apparently I became a parent last game. I am now the proud mama of a little pseudo-dragon, so... Woot.
Oh yeah, that's right. Thank you for reminding me about that. Alright, and, who do you want to pass it off to?
Yeah, why not? Let's go with Buckethead. Buckethead.
Howdy, everyone. It's me, Britlin. And I'm here with all my great friends. Yep. And, of course, as I cannot forget, I'm controlled by, Gearbox. Hello, it's me, the funny man. Um, let's pass it up to hey, have you? Have you got your sky legs yet, or what do you call your sky wings? I know we haven't been in the sky in a little bit, but have you? Yeah, sea legs, right?
Well, hi, I am your wonderful uh uh fur blog fur bog fur I don't even know what to call myself. Fight furbog.
I believe in you.
Thank you. I just got my sea legs. I just found out that I'm a priestess of the sky. Oh yeah, and I have a bodyguard.
Hello.
You know, you could be a little bit more energetic. I am introducing you.
Okay.
Eh,
Hello.
There you go. I spent this last adventure on the boat trying to teach him to be a little bit more let
More like
bodyguard and more, team player, but I don't think I've reached him.
Yes,
Maybe,
some more classes may be in order.
yeah, maybe some more classes with some sock puppets.
Yes.
yeah.
All right. Well, I'm Captain Wilcock. We are down a Bernira, an Astram, and a Felton, so they will be just sleeping down below decks for today because Felton is just busy doing something else down below deck, and Bernira's still under the weather, and so is our poor Astram. Hopefully, it's not going to be spreading across the ship.
If it's that scurvy, we all need to eat oranges.
Yes,
Or is it lemons? I don't know.
something.
I think citrus fruit in general.
Yes.
Yeah, citrus in general. They say that pirate captains used to carry like a lemon or a lime on them at all times because of it.
Yeah, unfortunately, we don't have lemons or limes on board, so that's why we're headed back to. Well, we'll find out soon enough.
Eat some
And
sour candies.
any
I
announcements?
did, but they're currently in the ocean. Anyway.
Any announcements?
I'm good.
Yep.
All right. Well, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be setting sail in just a few moments. Stay tuned for the opening intro. We'll be right back. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Shores of Sorrow Supera's Legend. Season 1, Episode 13, Heartbroken Harmonies. Where we last left off our crew, they are setting sail, or getting ready to leave the shores of the island, which they discovered this treasure chest, a new friend, and a music box of sorts. We begin our adventure on the ship with the crew preparing to raise anchor and set sail. What is everyone doing?
Well, the bag guy looks at everybody coming back on. Wait, we picked up 2 new.
Yes, we did.
Okay, and I knew about that one, pointing to Felton, who I kind of look over and go, and I think Felton is doing other things.
Moxie just kind of does that one hand, like where one finger goes down at a time wave. You know that
Like that.
sultry, like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Jessica Rabbit.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, except it's just the once. It's not quickly. It's just hello kind of thing.
Hello.
She Magda kind of looks at you, Moxie. And, okay, so when did we pick up that one? Pointing to Moxie.
Well, we just kind of found her. Really,
You
there she is.
found her? Found her where, Britland?
Okay, wait. Is Moxie the player, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. He's like, they were just getting angry at something. We're stuck on the island. Yep.
The captain's wrangling up the skeletons and getting them to raise the anchor and
Yeah.
stuff, so...
I was angry at my situation, but you would too if you had been on that island any longer than you were. Believe me. She's she's doing. It's very clear she is trying very hard to keep her tone proper.
Trying to keep her accent deep down inside her.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
the core of her body.
Magdi will, cock an eyebrow at Moxie.
Hmm.
I think you're trying a little too hard, dear.
No.
Bastion, also known as the bodyguard, walks in and goes, "There are new people." Yeah, we can see that.
Look, Bastion.
Yes.
I didn't want you, but I'm glad that you're here. I'm glad that you're here to protect me. And now it seems that we've got some new members that we're also going to have to protect. Spread the wealth a little bit. By the way, Captain, where are we going?
We are headed to now I have to pull it up as GM. I forgot the we are headed to New Haven Bay.
Have I ever been there before?
Roll me a history check.
Thank you. Which that is not a good thing for me.
I mean, I kind of want to as well, seeing as
All
she
right,
wasn't
you
always
can
on that island.
roll. Both of you roll me history checks.
Yeah, mine was a 10, so probably not.
You know of the place, but
Oh.
you've only heard it, but through like whispers and stuff like that as you've been going through various ports.
All right. Yeah.
You know
Okay,
it's a major port, but that's all you know.
Okay, Britland, you try. Britland got a 6, so he doesn't.
Britland's
Might as
never
well
heard of
just
this place
here.
before. He's like, okay, it's a new place we're going to. Cool.
Nice. But also all.
Yeah, nat one for Moxie.
Moxie has never ever heard of this place, and she thinks it's,
What's an island?
No, she knows it's an island, but she doesn't know where. It's just like, how far is it, or something like that.
Yeah. But
Yeah, it's like.
but also Mox, all you see, by the way, next to Magda, is this big hulking metal armored fellow that is a robot, but you probably can't tell from the distance that is actually not that far. Just standing there, looking at you.
Think of like a golem from what is it, that
It's
movie?
more of a clock. It's more of a clockwork
Yeah.
machine than anything, like an automaton.
Yeah,
Yes.
she just kind of looks at him and then looks at Magdi and says, "Why is the suit of armor staring at me?"
Oh, that's not a suit of armor per se, and she looks at the suit of armor, and she's forgotten the suit of armor's name.
Um, did you forget its name?
Yes.
My name is Bastion, as you have named me.
Bastion! Yes. Yes. This is
Yes.
Bastion.
Greetings.
Meanwhile, the
She's not.
camera just
Uh,
quickly cuts over to like one of the skeletons trying to raise the anchor, and you just see one of them beating one over the head with one of the other's arms, like with skeletal like hand and arm, just like beating them over. It's like, no, you raise it like this, and then we cut back, and
Yeah.
the other skeletons are like just arguing and bickering, and then the captain just goes, "Get it together, you boneheads."
Britain's like, okay, you. Well, anyways, I think we should start going. Race
Okay.
faster.
she'll she'll kind of she'll telepathically uh think in her normal accent that nobody can hear but Ashes. Why don't you come out here and meet these nice people?
These not people.
Who are you saying that to?
Yeah,
Oh, you're
Ashes
summoning your dragon.
telepathically.
Dragon.
There's
Yeah,
a
I
little
mean she doesn't vanish. She just kind of is on her
And-
somewhere.
yeah. It slithers out from your from behind your back and just kind of perches itself on your shoulder.
Where did you get one of those?
The island.
Specifically the island?
In a chest.
In a chest.
Which, by the way, one of the skeletons is bringing on board.
No,
It is-
remember he teleported it.
Oh yeah, it's teleported. Well,
Put his
one of the
cat on
skeletons,
top of it.
one of the skeletons is pushing it down below deck
The cat's sleeping on it.
as it's moving. Yes.
Yeah,
I believe her sister is with Brunera. She says she scratches the pseudo dragon on the top of the head.
right. Well, that is have you just decided to give it a name?
Ashes.
Ashes. Well, that's a lovely name.
She nods. Kind of reminds me of a red dragon I met once.
A red dragon?
They liked they liked Ashes a lot.
Oh.
And she nods. Oh, my complexion. You didn't think that this was natural. She says.
Why would I? Oh boy. You know, a lot has happened to me in the last. How long have we been to the sea?
A while.
One of the skeletons starts just like counting on his bony fingers.
Don't
Runs out of
try.
fingers.
Brooklyn just goes, don't try. You don't have enough fingers.
Actually, she was bored looking at the captain. How long have we been on the sea, Captain?
Looks over into his quarters. About maybe a month and 15 days.
A while.
A while. Yeah.
Yes. And he's looking over at the skeleton. He's like, "Come on, can't you just raise the anchor already?" And he just like shoves one aside, and just pushes the anchor up, and it goes clunk.
You kind of see the anchor also getting assisted by Alexo. His dark
Yep.
hand just
Racing
goes,
it.
okay, I got you.
But oh sorry.
Go ahead.
But when Magdi looks at her, clearly like you can see the scaling on her, especially in the sunlight.
Yeah, it's early
this
morning
did
as the
not
sun's
look
kind of
natural.
rising up over the water. So the glistening kind of bay of the, well, not bay, but the water is just kind of that crystal kind of glistening yellow, gold and orange color as the ship starts moving away from the island slowly under sail. Captain
I don't
Okay.
like to,
goes up to
I
the
don't like to talk about that dragon very often.
captain goes up to the top deck, pulls out his what looks like a lute or some kind of instrument and starts playing a sea shanty on it. Very similar to the sea shanty that was in our opening intro. And he's just strumming it as he's like with his foot. He's just kind of like steering the ship with his foot, sitting on a chair.
Also, eventually, Alexo, after sitting near the the thing enough, looks over to Mox and goes, "Oh, another person," and he kind of just casually floats
Yeah.
over. You just see this see-through like shadow ghost thing floating above you. Well, not above you, but like next to you. It's like
Huh.
he's like, "How do you do?" Hmm. Like he grabs like nothing. Like he puts his hand up where like there's like if there was a hat, but there is no hat. But as he tilts, you see like something on the ship tilt. Like, oh, oop,
A
don't got
random
a hat.
board underneath the
Yeah,
captain's foot just kind of kicks it, and he has to self-correct the steering wheel, the ship.
yeah. And it's like, oops. He just puts his hand back.
And the captain
Board
says,
creaks away.
"Alexo, thank you."
And oop. That's his mistake. I forgot I have control of the ship. Oh
Yeah, that
yeah.
is concerning at all.
Bretland just like
Hi.
walks over, like, oh yeah, this is Alexo. He was kind of
He was
a
a part of this. He's a part of the ship.
that the people that gave us the ship didn't tell us about him.
Yeah, he was definitely a surprise. And she looked over at Electo.
He just shrugs. Like, ah.
Ah,
He has full
interesting.
control of the ship. He's been useful a few times. Emphasis on a few times.
Well, he did go on our last. He did go on your last adventure. He was here with me. We
Oh
had a
yeah.
very interesting conversation about how he managed to get himself attached to this boat.
Hmm,
It was a very interesting story.
I could imagine. But
Yep.
either way, yeah, we're all up and cozy with each other now.
So, so,
Yep,
so,
sure. We'll go with that.
so, what else did you find on this island other than the treasure chest that has been now put down in the hold? Did you find anybody else? Did you find anybody else? I mean, I was completely.
Oh yeah. Almost forgot. My brain's been so concerned with everything else. We did find one more person. Also out
Yes.
of character, I forgot their name.
Give me a
Was
second.
it
Yeah, I
Banshee?
forgot their name too as GM, so thank you for that.
Britain's friend, Wind.
Yeah,
Yep.
I had to find the name. So
Lena?
give me a sec.
Lena.
Yeah, Lena.
Was it
That's
Lena?
it. Yep.
Okay, it was Lena.
Yep.
Yep. I have it. I found it again.
It's like,
Yay.
So
oh
emerging
yes,
from the captain's quarters is this lovely
Elvin.
elven woman dressed
yeah.
in what looks like some kind of modified. Remind me what she was wearing, but like I'm gonna modify it just a little bit.
She was wearing a very, um, flowy,
Regal
uh,
clothing, if I remember right.
regal clothing. It was
Yeah.
regal clothing,
Sh-
and
she stepped out and she's wearing. The top is regal, but she has like kind of like this like. She borrowed one of the captain's kind of like vests, and this just kind of has it over her
Wow.
top.
okay.
But
Yeah.
but he does zoom over to her and goes, "Oh yes, I forgot to introduce you to my good old, really old friend, Lena. Where is it the name? Yeah.
Yeah. Bernard, Bernard. Magdai looks at Lena. Can I roll a history on her?
Yes.
Thank you. Well, I'm gonna go with it.
What'd you roll?
A nat 1.
Good job.
I know nothing about her.
No, you do not know anything about her.
I know nothing about her. Magdai kind of looks at her and goes, Lena, that's a very nice name. That's very nice. And Lena kind of looks at everybody. Well, it was very nice for the captain to lend me one of his vests.
I apologize if it's a little small, but you'll grow into it.
It is fine, Captain. Thank
Oh.
you so much for taking care of me. I greatly
Moxie's
appreciate
just
it.
like, Moxie looks her over and says, no, that will never do. And she'll reach into her bag and pull out one of her outfits and hand it to the woman and say, no, this will fit much better, I assure you.
Yes.
Oh, thank you.
Eh,
Moxie was your name, was it?
She nods.
Thank
Yeah.
you, Moxie. She turns around on her heel with the new costume, trots back down the stairs. By the way, what did you give her?
A pair, like, basically it's almost identical to what she's wearing, which is basically a blouse, with a vest, a black, sailor's coat,
Okay.
you know, the one with the tails,
Yes.
and a pair of, not quite like, not quite li- very tight jeans, but like pantaloons that are, or pants that are like the in between the baggy sailor and the skin tight jeans
What
of
is it?
today.
The I used to know what they were called. They're like denim pant, not denim pants, but like there's some kind of like
Or they're
the
breeches,
low hanging
well,
crotch pants. Sorry,
yeah,
one of the
pretty much.
like those kind of pants. I'll look them up later and get the name of them. But yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
So yeah, it's basically a almost an exact replica, except instead of the black and red that is dominant on hers, the more dominant, or on Moxie's outfit, the other woman's outfit, the dominant color is red with the black
Okay.
inlay.
Okay. So, she goes down below. In about 5 minutes, she comes back out wearing this, and still wearing the vest that Captain Wilcock gave her.
On top, yep.
Yep, on top.
I guess she likes it or something. Oh, I'm not gonna judge.
Yeah,
Who is
I
that?
mean, the other outfit was just more appropriate.
Yeah, more.
Yeah,
But that's just fun.
and the captain
Oh, yeah.
is just kind of sitting there, still strumming on his lute or instrument, just whistling to himself as he's steering the ship. What's everyone else doing?
Um, Magdai is going to be on the deck, uh, kind of looking out. Just kind of taking it. Just now they're sailing again. She doesn't have to. She's enjoying the sailing life. Let's put it that way. That's
Yep.
what she's doing.
All right. As you're looking
Uh,
out, you see some seagulls kind of just off in the distance, kind of circling around something in the water.
Okay.
Huh.
You don't know what it is from this
Oh, wait,
distance.
what is happening?
There's a bunch of seagulls just kind of off in the distance to the port side of the ship, just circling, looking at something in the water.
Roland looks over at that and goes, what on earth are they doing over there, I wonder?
What's everyone else doing?
What do you guys think of it? Roland says, looking to everyone else.
The captain stops strumming his hurdy-girdle or his banjo and says, What did you find?
Oh, there's seagulls over there circling something.
Oh, he pulls out his spyglass, and he's gonna roll a perception check. Give me a moment. Whatever his perception is. Okay. Yeah, he says. He holds up his hand and says, Alexo, can you bring us in a little bit close to those seagulls, but not too close? I think that's some washed away treasure from a sunken ship.
Okay then. Electo says while the ship inches a little closer. Kind of strafing almost, as he makes some of the boards more like paddles.
Yep. And, Alexo, I need you to roll me a, dexterity check for that.
Oh no, you make the ghost roll.
Yes.
Yes.
Luckily, this is kind of his proficiency of controlling the ship, so...
Exactly. Hey,
I'll give
Avenger,
him
how
a-
are you doing?
I'm trying to think of
Oh,
what a
yeah,
good
okay.
modifier is. A fair modifier. I'll just make it this.
Avenger, if you want to lurk, you can. It's up to you.
Yeah. This is why I gave it a high roll. Anyways, I managed to squeak out a 13.
A 13? Okay, yep. You're getting a little bit too close, and you notice Alexa, you would notice a barrel floating dangerously close to the hull. And it is marked with a kind of like this jagged kind of mark with a couple dots on it.
Britland looks at it and goes, Alexo, stop, stop. Okay then. We
And
gotta
you
do
just
something
bump
about
up
that.
against it as you see the contents just kind of shift a little bit inside it.
Oh,
It's a
did we break
broken.
it?
You broke it, yes, but it's been defused.
Oh,
It was an explosive barrel, but you guys managed to not set it off by running over it.
oh,
So what was it?
that was an explosive barrel right there,
was,
he says while wiping where his brow is on
An
his bucket.
wait. Did you say an explosive?
Yes.
It even had spikes on it. Judging by
and,
here, I guess. Actually, no. I think I can
hmm,
maybe. Hey, Alexa, can you bring it up here? It's diffused. It has water in it, so it won't be able to explode even if it wanted to. Okay.
Just picks it up and
Lifts
puts
it
it on the deck.
Okay. He looks at. Britland looks at it and goes, "Yep, I know what these are." He's pointing to spikes, and without much fear, because he knows the gunpowder is wet, so it won't ignite. He just like shows everyone and pushes the spike down, showing that inside a spark is supposed to go off when the spikes are pushed down.
The captain comes over and says, I've seen one of these before. They're,
These are literally meant to explode on contact with ships.
yes, they're, what do they call them? Some kind of sea mine or something like that. I've seen these around, but they're very rarely used.
There's a lot of types of sea mines. These are I wouldn't say makeshift, but they're more cheaply made sea mines.
Agreed.
They work, but as soon as the wood is broken and the water gets aside, they're completely useless. I've seen metal ones that are a lot more sturdy than this.
Yes. He looks out and says, well, there's still something floating out there, and leans over and
Well, be
says,
careful. I think this was supposed to be under the surface and not supposed to be seen, as he points to a little hook that was meant to probably be attached to a chain.
yes.
can I make a perception roll to look out into the water from
Sure.
where the mine hit?
Yep.
Technically, we could probably reuse this if we really wanted to fix it.
10.
10, the water's kind of choppy, so you don't see very much, but you definitely see something glistening in the water that's catching your eye in the waves as they're kind of lapping against the ship.
Yeah, her inner dragon kicks in and she takes off her coat, sets her gun, takes off the belt with her gun on it, and basically instructs, basically says, it's probably best if you stay here, Ashes, in my coat. And basically she's going to take a running leap off the ship.
The captain's
what
like, wait.
What are you
Oh.
doing?
As she's like already in midair off the
Oh,
port bow.
yeah. Well,
Yep.
anyways,
Oh yeah,
Britton
full
looks.
dive.
Britton looks at that, and then he looks to the captain, and goes, "You want me to fix this mine?"
It would be useful, yes. Go.
Okay.
There's some supplies down below.
Hey Alexa, what is it? Can you help me bin some things I need to get this thing working? Okay. He goes off, and Alexa follows.
All right. Now you're in the water, Ashes.
Yeah. Well,
Well,
Moxie.
not Moxie, yeah, and
Uh,
Ashes is with you, but I need you to roll a investigation check to find all the loot in the water.
yeah.
The DC is a 12.
14.
14? So you managed to bring back, and I'm not going to have you carry one item back and forth at the same time because that's just too much time.
Boring.
So you
Yeah.
managed to gather like maybe 3 or 4 items in each arm. One is a gold chalice. Another is a some kind of skull-like thing with glowing eyes,
Ooh, skull.
and then couple sacks of gold that are floating on the water, as well as a blue opal.
Oh. I believe she'll toss. For now, she'll toss everything but the opal onto the ship before she climbs up.
All
That
right.
gets like basically uh put on her person somewhere, and then
Okay.
she'll climb into the ship herself. Oh, that was refreshing.
That was a lot of good loot, he says, and he says to one of the skeletons, "You there, mind taking this down below?" The skeleton says, fine.
Ooh.
And,
Oh, yeah.
Magdi looks at Moxie, goes, "What possessed you to jump off the edge?"
You didn't see the glisten?
I
Is
saw the glisten, but what if something had been down there that you wouldn't have been able to take care of?
As that saying, Bastion just says, Bastion just says that was unsafe. What?
She just starts laughing. She just starts laughing hysterically.
What is funny?
And then she'll snap her fingers and kind of shake herself off and dry herself with prestidigitation
Okay.
and walk over and pick up her jacket and stuff.
Uh-huh.
Like, yeah, trust me, there's not much that I've found that could kill me. So,
Well, that might be all well and good, but
You would
I
still
mean,
put yourself in danger.
thank you, Bastion. Magdi kind of gives him the side eye. But Bastion is
and
right. I
she
mean,
just go ahead.
I,
Go ahead.
I mean, you jumping off the ship like that. What if, you know, what if, oh, I don't know, if there was like underwater monsters under there that you wouldn't have been able to take care of. I mean, just that was incredibly stupid, and you should have told us that you were going to jump off the edge of the
If you
boat.
if you got dragged underwater, your wings would be ineffective.
The captain
Yeah.
agrees and says, "That was very stupid of you. What if there was more mines down there?"
Yeah.
If you activated one of those
She
mines, you could have
nods.
exploded. You at
Yes,
least
there
could
was
have
a risk,
asked help from
but
others. You
I
get
could have. This
scolded.
is true. But she just kind of motions to the gold chalice and the bags of gold as if that just answers that's all the discussion that's needed, and then walks off.
That Bastion is just
Okay,
like,
that's
okay,
fair.
then.
That is fair. That is fair.
Meanwhile, one of the skeletons is trying to pocket like a couple coins, and the captain's like looking over. It's like, put it back.
You don't get paid.
And the skeleton's just like, oh,
Oh,
puts it back.
Al-
Hold on, one more.
Also, eventually, Britlin and Alexa come back with a fully finished mine. It goes, voila, we fixed it. One thing to notice is under the spikes, like under the small space the spikes have,
Mhm.
are like these little catchers that keep the. Basically, it's like a thing. It's like imagine like a grenade's pen pretty much. You take them out before you actually use it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because voila, I've figured out how it worked fully. Well, more if I remembered how it worked.
So, so does that mean that if we find the components, you might be able to make more?
Technically,
I mean,
yes. Yes, and
ooh,
Alexo here told me that he can actually remember how things are built if he attaches himself to them. So now he knows how exactly what to use to get these things built too. So technically, we just have to hand.
hey, now I have a great idea. We get the materials to make these things, keep a few of them on the boat, and then if we see, like that stupid Supera, drop them overboard and watch the Supera blow up.
Yes,
We have most of the things we need for this already.
yes.
Assuming you have
We
an
need
empty
just.
barrel in powder stores.
Well,
Yes,
yes,
we
but we also
do.
need metal. We need metal for the spikes and also the
She
catches. As without
she
the catches, these things will prematurely explode. No one wants
she
that.
nods. Well, those are very easy. You just get the she takes and walks over to one of the like O-rings that you would tie the rope around on the ship. The ship should have a few more of these. I don't see why
Yes.
you couldn't repurpose them. And as for metal, she reaches into her bag and pulls out a rather large bag of BBs, or well, ball bearings, as it were, for her gun.
Nice.
But we don't have a forge to melt those down with, and says the captain, and
Do you
Ale-
have
Ale-
forks? Do you have silverware? She says, you can
Ale-
fill them with anything.
Alexo goes, well, I can kind of bend objects too. It's difficult, but I can make metal bend and meld.
the captain says, well, speaking about forks, knives, and various cutlery, he says, I'll be below deck preparing the afternoon meal. If anyone wants to join me, they're more than welcome to.
Berlin also just quickly goes, also with this realization, we can also, with this, all known, we can actually probably get more supplies like these mines. Well, more than just these mines.
Well, I mean, that is the reason why we're going to this island, this port.
But yeah.
Yes, says the captain as he's headed down the stairs. It is a port after all, it's in a bay.
Well, we can also get more supplies to make more of these barrels, and maybe even find more supplies to add to our arsenal.
And as ridiculous as this seems, I honestly would suggest investing in cheap silverware, a large amount of it.
The
Okay.
captain just
It can
shouts
be
from below
used
the
to,
deck. You
it can
think
be
this
used
silverware is
to,
not good enough? He just
no,
shouts.
but why would you, she shouts back, no, but why would you use your good silverware to tear through an enemy's shield? Or not shield, sails. Says,
She's wanting to use them as weapons, you weirdo.
The captain says,
It's
when we
called,
get there,
it's
I'll go to
called
the...
grape shot. She says,
The captain just shouts back, when we get to port, we'll go to the smith and buy some more cutlery for your ventures.
But Britlin is just like, kind of like checking the mine, making sure it's fully good and not gonna explode.
Roll me
He
a
also
dexterity
that
check.
is historic, that
Oh
is
the
historically
thing
accurate.
it
no!
has a thing on it, so even if he bumps the spikes won't spark.
Yeah,
It won't explode if he bumps it.
yeah, but you're putting it down below, so roll me a dexterity check.
Well, no, he's keeping it up on the ship.
Oh, on the top deck?
No, I'm saying he's like looking around, checking the weight and stuff.
Oh,
'Cause
okay.
there's a
Yep.
weight. There's a big chained weight, like a anchor, pretty much.
Oh, okay. So it's stored above deck, next to the anchor. I'll just put it in that next to that module.
Well, it's not. It's not on the anchor. I mean, like it has a little weight, like an anchor.
Yeah, of course, but it's
Yeah.
categorized as a explosive anchor, so it goes with
Yeah.
the anchor module. So
But basically, Britlin is like, I should probably put this somewhere where it won't get shot and explode everywhere.
Yep.
He is trying to debate where to put it. He could put it behind these barrels where no one will see it, but then that's useless.
And no one will see it. It's just
The captain is ringing the lunch bell now.
Oh,
yeah. Magda goes, "Oh, my lord, I am so hungry," and she takes off downstairs. Bastion
And
Bastion just kind of looks left, looks right, and kind of
yeah.
clank,
Where do I
clank,
go?
clank, clank,
Okay, I'm
clank.
going this way.
Yeah,
I like this weird monotone voice I gave him.
it's a nice voice.
Yep.
But
yep.
yeah, Bruno eventually races down. Like he literally he kind of like slides down the railing of the stairs.
Yep. And sitting at each of your places is a steaming cup of tea
Nice.
and a plate of hash browns and like kind of like scrapple and some kind of bread that looks unmistakably like a maybe a waffle, whatever those are.
Waffle.
And
Either way.
he said, I didn't. The captain's like sizzling some what smells like bacon on the griddle, and he says, unfortunately, I didn't have anything left over for a proper lunch menu, so I decided to have breakfast for lunch.
Ah, it's fine.
Our supplies are running a little low.
Anybody
Britland,
see the syrup? Magda
so
plops and goes, "Anybody see
wait,
the syrup?"
I think I may have some in my bag. Oh,
Ooh, goody.
he pulls it out. There we go.
Please pass me the syrup. And there's a lot of pass me the syrup and num num nums and
Yeah.
kind of
Yep. And
coming from Magda.
the captain comes around with the sizzling pan of bacon and just says, "How many pieces?" Puts two pieces
Yeah.
on your plate.
Britland just lifts his finger up to like 4. Like one for his cat, obviously, because he does take his
Yep.
coin and flips it into the air, and the cat appears.
And he serves you 4 pieces of bacon and then a 5th for the cat.
Yeah, he gives one to the
Mo-
cat, and the cat just munches.
Moxie does the same thing for 4.
Yep. And then there's a loud bark from the from like over in one of the crates, and he says, "Don't worry, I didn't forget about you."
Almost
And
forgot
he-
you had a dog.
And he just leans down and just kind of like hands some of the remaining burnt bacon to the dog, and the dog just snarfs it down.
Dogs don't care.
Yeah.
Yep.
For anybody who's paying attention, Ashes is sitting upright on Moxie's shoulder, currently with a piece of bacon in between like her feet talons and her hand talons, and is currently trying to nibble on it.
Yep.
So
Desperately.
she just looks like she's hugging this piece of bacon as she eats it.
It's cute. Meanwhile, while Britland's cat eats the piece of bacon, it also takes occasional sip of a tea from a tiny little cat-sized teacup.
Yep.
Because of course
Oh
it
yeah,
is.
and yeah, Ashes literally, because you don't know if it bothers Moxie or not, but she makes no move when Ashes kind of climbs down her shoulder and goes and literally just dunks her head into into Moxie's tea, and then goes right back up her shoulder and continues eating her bacon.
Good.
Yep.
The greatness of having pets. You get to have this happen.
And as the this is all happening, about maybe an hour and maybe 15 minutes pass. It's becoming a little bit of the afternoon, and one of the skeletons comes down and says, "Captain, we're entering the harbor of New Haven." And the captain says, "Already? That's
Already,
quick."
that's... yeah, that is very quick. Are you sure we didn't speed or something? Alexa was like, I kind of helped with the speed. Oh. Oh yeah, you could do that, couldn't you? Also, I think we're being blown by the winds a little hotter than usual, aren't we?
Well, I mean,
Still
we
has
do
that
have
red
a sea queen on deck.
Also, well, don't forget, also you're the priestess of the winds or something, or the
Yeah,
skies.
I'm the priestess of the skies. I know that. Don't
I'm-
remind me. The title that I've got.
Is
they're
it
so
too glamorous?
It's not that. It's just I wasn't expecting to be there.
I don't think anyone expected it.
No, it's just kind of it was thrust upon me.
Well, either way, we should probably wrap this up so we can get to shore and probably not crash into the dock. You think
Yeah.
you can hear like the concern starting to build up into his voice as he just
Yeah,
stands up.
we do kind of need to.
Well,
finish the meal.
you're going through a like a kind of like the ship's being trying to maneuver itself into a busy harbor as it's
Yeah.
coming through.
Oh.
Like think of it like going through Chesapeake Bay, up the Chesapeake Bay, and then into Baltimore to dock, kind of thing. That kind of
yes.
yeah.
Oh,
So
yeah,
lots of ships going back and forth, trade ships and like large schooners and yep.
Yep.
Loops.
Yes.
My character goes. I do believe that this particular place is
Because the
swarming
situation
with
where
people.
because the situation where we're constantly like we're constantly sailing around it looking for a docking spot. Like we think someone's about to back up and leave, but they don't.
Oh,
Yep.
yes, that's exactly what happens when you're in a car trying to find a stupid parking
Yeah.
spot.
It's like, what is it? Oh, is that one leaving? No, no. Like we see like an
Wait,
open spot, but then a ship and
Does
it
the
comes
ship
out of
have a
nowhere.
skip?
Huh?
Does the ship have a skip?
A little
Dinghy?
boat. You're saying?
Yes. This ship has a
Then
small dinghy.
why not leave it? Yeah. Sorry, this isn't character. She looks and says, then why not anchor out here? And then go to shore.
Well, it'll take a little more effort to get back, and also means if something happens, getting to our ship will be difficult. But there's no harm in it. Actually, no, there is a little. Nah. Depending how big of supplies we bring with us.
Well,
Well,
the thing, I mean, if the Supera decides to show up, we're kind of exposed out here. I'd rather be in port than,
Yeah.
out here.
You gotta remember, we're constantly being hunted down by a large ship.
As one of these larger kind of like ships, like a large cargo galleon, just passes you by, and one of the crew just leans over and waves and says, "Howdy, how's it going?
Oh,
Nice ship you got there."
Thank you. We're trying to get it parked, and
there's no
Yeah.
parking spaces.
You can take our
There's no
space
docking
where
space.
they're headed like in the opposite direction you're headed in. Says,
Nice.
"You can take our space," and he just kind of tosses a like a little like scroll down to you,
Nice.
and it's basically a parking permit,
Nice. Sounds like, oh,
docking permit.
oh. Free space,
Docking
free
permit.
space. Also, we have this. Free space, go!
go.
And the
Feels like an actual, it feels like parking, man.
and the captain of that ship just kind of waves and says, "Anytime, anytime."
Just Bretland's pointing at the space. Just like, free space, free space!
As one of these
Go.
other ships starts trying to jockey into position in front of you.
No, that's ours.
Alexa's like, this is our space, he says, well, like two boards, like bump very lightly the other ship to give space for us to get into the
The other captain,
I
the other
kinda
captain's
wanna-
just kind of
I-
like, yeah, go ahead.
Moxie's going to try and intimidate the other captain just by her being her.
All right, roll me an
Indeed.
intimidation check.
Yep. To basically be like, no, that's our spot. Okay.
All right.
I think we found our intimidate person
Yeah.
this campaign.
All right. Let me know what you rolled.
16.
He looks at you and says, "That's my space, and you'll go find your own space."
No,
Scowls.
we've been looking for hours.
Yes,
no,
about
no,
like an hour and a half has passed, and the captain just like
She,
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
The captain
No.
of the other ship just kind of like looks at you and says, "Well, if we want to fight for it, we best."
Bastion turns to Magda and says, "Shall I do something?"
I don't know what you could do, Bastion.
Well,
I
I have tricks
know
up
what
my
Moxie
sleeve.
wants to do.
He said, Sebastian says, well, all of a sudden you see parts of his arms move a little bit, and you realize that there's these little crystal things that are giving out slight gusts of wind from them. It says, I can blow them back.
It's at
I
this
Cool.
point that Captain Wilcock comes up on top deck and just says, "What's going on here?"
Apparently they want to scale for a spot. However, I can immobilize them. It wouldn't be
I can
much
too.
harm.
And my wonderful friend over here can blow them back.
The captain looks
Of
over
course.
at the other captain and says, he's going to roll a history check. Give me a moment.
Of course he is.
Of course, everyone has history in this world. My God.
Not all the time.
Not all the time.
What is that? That is it. Okay. So he looks and says, "Oh, Robert, you and your silly shenanigans. I should have known it was you up there."
Robert.
You know this guy?
Yes, he and I used to go back way back. He used to be my first
Okay.
mate, and Robert just says, "Well, look at who it is." Well, we both can't park our ship here, so I guess I don't want to have to fight for it, but we are pirates after all.
Maybe we don't have to fight for it. I mean, we both like to keep our boats intact, and I'm pretty sure you don't want to lose your boat now, Captain Robert. This time.
He says, "You have a fair point, yes." And he motions to some of his crew and says, "Just drop anchor right here. We'll wait."
Yes.
And,
Britland
and you
says-
just hear a loud splash off the other side of the boat.
Yeah.
So we gotta slide into the
Yep.
parking spot.
As that happens, Bastion goes, my assistance is no longer needed. As like the crystal like goes back into his arm.
And Moxie's hand relaxes at her side as if she was about to quick draw.
The Robert just kind of hops off onto his onto the deck, just kind of somersaults over his ship onto the not the deck but the dock where your guys are sliding in, and the dock hands are already busy just like rigging up your ship and stuff like that for the sliding in. And the shipwright says, "So, what brings you into New Haven?"
Well, we need more supplies. Is this the place where we're doing the
Yes.
during the
Yes.
and we've got something that we promised that we would do here.
I see. Well, welcome to New Haven. If you need anything particularly shipworthy, let me know. He points over to, like, this large shipwright's shack off to the, like, down a couple docks, and he says, "We build ships, we fix ships, anything shipworthy that floats, we have our name on it."
Okay, fine.
He says, "And the supplies are further in town. I don't supply those, but I know a few people who might be able to lend a hand with those." He says, "How long will you be in harbor?"
I look at the captain.
The captain
Yeah,
says,
everyone looks at the captain.
"Maybe a day or two. We need to get, we've been out at sea for a while, and it'd be good to explore a little." And the shipwright says,
Good.
"Ah, yes."
Time to drink.
And the drink just sorrows away.
Magdi will look at I completely blanked on it. Moxie, thank you.
Moxie?
Yes.
Yep.
My brain just kind of went, nope, you don't know the name. Magdi will look at Moxie and goes, you know what? I think I might join you on that. I need a
Uh-huh.
drink.
She looks at the shipwright and says, "The closest tavern, if you would."
He points off to like up the hill, and it's kind of sitting perched like on a cliff, hanging off a cliff, kind of haphazardly. And he says,
Mm.
"Ah, heavens help us. It's don't ask me about the name. It's just what they call it."
No, I
What a
think that will do fine. Don't you think, Moxie?
brave name.
I think that will do spectacularly.
Come on,
He's,
let's go.
he says, as
Yep.
he comes aboard and says, "I'll get your cargo ready." And then sees one of the skeletons nearly jumps and says, "By Scots, what's that?"
It's part of our skeleton crew.
It's our friends. Don't mind that.
He just kind of says weakly, "Well, I've never met anything like that before, but okay.
They're
The ship in
friendly.
general is very weird. Okay, don't question it.
As
They are-
Alexo pops out of a board from
Yeah,
the
he's like,
floor.
hello.
Yeah, and Magdi will look at the shipwright and go, they're friendly.
Everything here is friendly. I
Everything
think.
here is friendly. Stop it. Uh, and as long
Well,
as you don't,
I might, if you ask. But
uh, and if you have, if you need to move, you know, have help, just ask them nicely and they will do it for you.
I
I think that's how
see.
that works. I think that's how that works, right, Captain?
Captain nods. And he says, "Well, if you need anything," and the shipwright just says, "I actually do," and he holds out his hand, and the captain says, "I almost forgot." He reaches into his pocket and drops a small bag of coins into the man's hand.
Did you have to? Did you have to do that?
Instant pay fees.
Yeah, ship fees.
I hate ship fees. But
Yeah, but if we don't pay, then we can't park here.
yeah. Well, that's the thing about these types of docks. These ones get a lot of the cities, well, the town's money off this stuff.
They do, and unfortunately, right now we're not um living it high on the seas. We are now going into town, so we need to be nice.
Yes, let's not try and get
Yes.
ourselves chased out, especially because that was a good sum of money.
And as Magda is saying nice, she looks over at Moxie.
I don't know what you could possibly mean. I am a perfect lady. She says. And she
Okay,
straightens out her blouse and her jacket.
Yep.
Uh,
but
Lena will also come down and go, oh, well, this isn't my home place, but at least I could be here and maybe find out what's going on in the world. I mean, I've been gone a long time.
well, yeah, it may not be, you know, where we want to be right now, but hey, we have many other things to attend to, sadly.
And I understand that. And Britlin, would you
Yes,
do me the honor of escorting me around and showing me things?
sure,
Thank you, Britlin.
I'll
She
try
gives
my
you,
best.
well, she gives you a kiss on
Oh,
the bucket.
the, everyone swears the bucket turned red for a second. It's hard to prove it because
Yep,
everyone thinks they hallucinated or something.
yep.
The kiss bucket can't emote, right? Maybe it got red because the freaking blue fire is like
They don't know.
no one knows.
No one knows.
Meanwhile, the captain is walking on the uh, down below deck, going to pick up something from his quarters.
Yeah. But
So,
mhm,
so Magdi, Bastion, and Moxie, because
yeah,
Bastion is following
yeah. Like
Magdi anywhere.
Bastion's like, shall I accompany you? Well, more if I have to.
Yeah, you kind of have to, Bastion. Just follow us and don't get yourself into trouble.
I
Come
will
on,
try.
Moxie, let's go and drink. And
Jesus.
As you guys
Uh,
exit the gangplank and are on the brick cobble dock of the harbor,
Yep.
where do you want to go?
Well,
the bar.
yeah,
Alright.
yeah.
So you're
We're
making your
going to the
way
bar.
deeper into the town city.
Right.
All right.
A redhead drinking. What could possibly go wrong?
Yeah.
Exactly.
And the captain comes up top side, realizes that there's no one else on deck except the skeletons and the shipwright, who's currently just putting cargo back and forth. He says, "Where did they go?" "I don't know. They just..."
They walked off. You blind little person.
He's holding a what looks like a music box. He says, "Well, oh, fine." He puts the music box in like to a backpack or a sack or something like that, and just says, "I'll be back," and just hops
Alexa's
off
just-
the edge of the ship.
Alexa's just poking his head out, like he's like, it's like when you're poking your head out of the water,
Yeah.
but it's out of boards.
Yep.
Wildly depressing. Anyway.
You guys are walking up the very steep hillside up to this kind of like outcropping that's kind of looking over the top of the town on a cliff. And there is a lot of crazy bar activity going on. Like, you're approaching the bar and you just hear like loud shouting and like carrying on loud music. And then there's just a smash of glasses. You see a poor tiefling just go flying out a window
He got
onto the
fucking
ground.
Cutted like a football.
And the tiefling just kind of is holding a tankard, and he just raises it up with a thumb. And it's like 2 points, and then he just passes out on the cobbles on the street.
I think we found the place, Mossy. And it looks like it's a good one.
Yeah,
Bash
it does,
just kind of
doesn't it?
looks at it and just goes, "This is very unorthodox."
There's
I'm
more
here to
ruckus
have-
going on inside.
Are you
It's
kidding?
us having fun.
Still walk in and make a scene about it.
Mm.
You're walking in and making a scene as you're walking in.
Yeah,
two
basically
people,
just look at me, kind of thing.
All right.
like,
So
two people
how are you
going
gonna
to
do?
get
In the
drunk.
room.
How are you gonna do this? Are you gonna like slam the door open as you walk in, or?
Still, no, it's more, it's more performance, so I'll roll a performance check.
Yes, please.
But it's basically her, and this is going to be hilarious if she fails, but, here, I'll just roll it, and then.
Yep. Tell me what you get.
I'm so waiting for this too.
22.
All right. So yeah, your performance is amazing.
Basically what she's going to do is she's going to swing the doors open loud enough to where it gets people's attention, and she is going to strut like she is the hottest thing in the room.
Nice.
And she's going to walk straight to the bar. If guys like start flirting with her, she just waves them off like, I'm too good for you, and just walks off, kind of thing.
Yeah, some
no.
some sailors are just like, and then you just kind of wave them off and they go. And
Yeah, that's
and as the doors slam open before that, there's like music playing on like one of those old like harpsichords, and it just stops suddenly as you hear doom, and everyone just stops drinking their tankards and just looks as you just strut in, and it's like the slow motion strut as it's like going up your like following your legs and then slowly panning up as you're walking towards the bar.
Wow. While that's happening, Bastion is just following Magdi very closely.
The bartender is
Magdi can't come in with that much panache.
Yeah.
But she does. She does. She can. But she does allow Moxie all the attention. She's looking through the door, going, "Damn, that person can work a room."
And maybe a pole too.
Work a room.
Probably.
Bastion sounds
Uh,
very confused what that means.
Don't worry about it,
there's a
Bastion.
reason she
We'll
was
talk
cast.
about it later.
Okay.
And then Magdi will walk into the room, probably not as everybody look at me, but they're gonna look at me anyway because I've got
A big hulking what seems to be a heavy armored person, but actually is just a automaton.
following her.
Yep.
So you've gotten the eye candy,
Yeah.
now you have the crap, it's the
Yeah.
fuzz.
Like it's like the
It's
very
the
like royal guardish like
Mhm. Yeah,
robot behind you.
yeah, it's oh crap, it's the fuzz. Kind of.
What, like, as this robot walks in, this automaton walks in, one of the over at one of the tables, one of the two of the people playing what looks like Jim Rummy or some kind of betting game, just kind of like slide their like one of them slides a card under the table and just hands it to one of these like drunken guys hiding under the table.
Uh-huh.
What does the automaton do?
The automaton kind of like catches it, but because he is not really the law of this place, and
Yeah,
also is the only thing he's really here for is protecting Magdi.
he
He
just
just
kind of
kind of looks
acknowledges
away.
it. Yeah, and
Yeah.
the music kicks up again, and then the bartender just comes around to the front and says, as you just kind of saunterily slide into a bar stool, and just
Almost like right next to Moxie.
to Moxie, and yeah, and the one of these patrons next to Moxie just looks at, it's a guy, just looks at him and looks at her and just kind of like the puckered lips, kind of just like ready to like give her a smooch on the cheek. What does Moxie do?
She's going to basically take her hand and kind of push him. Yeah, you know that, like, just like push him,
Yeah,
not hard, but
yeah,
it'll probably catch him
lightly
off
push.
guard enough that he'll fall out of his out off his stool.
Roll me a
Like,
dexterity check
okay,
or a strength check. I'll take that
Yeah,
either or.
I'll do dexterity. That's fine.
Yep.
Oh dear. This is so much fun.
9.
9.
999. 9.
Oh, you give
What?
him a light tap as you just kind of like, he's leaning in closer and he just like, your hand just kind of like slowly like misses him, and he just leans
Yeah.
forward, pitches down into the on like off his stool like onto the floor, and it just lips hit wood, and he just passes out.
Splinters from wood.
Yep. And the captain, not the captain, the bartender says,
Okay.
Hello, how are you? What brings you into the Health and Help Us?" Looks over the bar at the guy on the floor. Not another one.
Yeah.
Right.
I think we're
If
here
I
to
had
drink
it-
ourselves silly, aren't we, Moxie?
Oh, you came
Yes,
to the right
very
place. What will it be?
Bashing quietly, like between you two, just says, "I do not advise this."
What will
She
it be?
says, four
Hush you.
bottles of rum, please, and 2 glasses.
4 bottles of rum?
Does the yes, and she looks at the automaton. Does the armor drink?
And Magdi looks up at Bastion. Do you drink?
I do not believe I have anything for that. No, I feel like it would be advised for me to get any amounts of drunk.
You know, why do we make him the designated person, so in case we do get so drunk we can't get back to the ship? How about that?
Very good, says the bartender as he starts pouring like large flasks of
Oh yeah, Magdi is in here to get drunk.
This seems like a
Yes.
bad
Yeah.
idea for a priestess of the sky.
and sliding up along the bar, sloshing with all the amount of foam that you could possibly think of, is two large tankards of golden brown liquid.
At
Okay.
this point, she doesn't care. She'll tip it up and try and down it in one.
Roll me a Constitution saving throw,
Yep.
both of
Just
you,
because
if you're gonna
Well, both
take
of
it.
us? Yeah.
Well, if you're gonna
Yeah,
take
that,
part in the drinking,
yeah,
It's-
of course.
it
yes.
says
That's exactly
between,
what
I
Magda's
got
doing.
a 9.
Oh no, not again.
This for well. Oh wait until Magda's done drinking hers.
I like the idea that between you two is just Sebastian looking at you in slight horror.
I
Yes.
had a 21, so
You managed to. You managed
Yeah.
to, despite how horrible this.
it tastes like this, doesn't it?
It tastes like it tastes
bad.
like someone's dog pissed in this cup, on top of someone shatting inside it too.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
no.
Yep, got it. I got it. Don't worry about it.
You
Yeah.
didn't have to get that
So it's
descriptive.
pirate
man.
food. Okay, got it.
Yeah,
It's
no
pirate
wonder they
food.
call this place Heaven Help Us. Even the food is ungodly.
Everything here is ungodly.
It's fine.
And you manage to down it. Meanwhile, Moxie, you take one whiff of this, slight sip, and you spit, like spray spit, like
Oh.
into the
Oh,
back of the bartender. The bartender just says, "Isn't been the first time that's happened."
I like that.
Nor will it be the last.
Nor
Yeah,
will be the last.
pretty much that's what he says. He says,
that caught me off guard. She's going to take and wave her hand over the mug, and she's going to basically flavor it to her taste using prestidigitation, and then she's going to down it.
"All right, what does it taste like?"
Prestidigitation can do that.
Wha-
It tastes kind of like a rum honey mead.
Okay,
Is what it looks like to her now. But yeah, I can flavor a cubic foot of non-living material.
cool.
So beer is non-living material.
Yep. So the bartender turns around and sees you do this and says, "Interesting trick. Maybe I might suggest you serve one of your own brews here at Heaven Help Us." Looks over and sees another patron just collapse out of a chair.
Not again.
If I did, it would be small batch only. I'm afraid. She says. She looks at her friends. How did you? How? She just looks at Magda like in astonishment that she could even stomach it.
And
I've
Magda
had
looks
some
at,
pretty
but
nasty
yeah,
things.
Magda looks at Moxie and goes, you know what? I have tasted worse.
I mean, I.
One
know
of the
what?
patrons just slides
That's
up,
fine.
who's like next to you, just kind of like sleeping, just kind of looks up from his like his arms like this and just says, "Well, at least you enjoyed the sewer water here." And the bartender says, "Shush you! It's not sewer water. It's the finest booze we've got." He says,
Magda, what?
Still tastes like sludge."
Magda will gently push the person who's on her on that side
Yeah.
away just a little bit and went, as I've said, I've tasted worse.
She says we'll have 2 more.
Very well.
Uh,
As the next
only,
batch is,
only this time she'll cast the spell before she drinks it.
Yeah.
before the next, like, before they drink the next batch, Bastion just looks at it and just goes, let me check something. He says, well, quickly, like, before anyone can react, he just dips his finger in it and then, like, looks at it real close and goes, I know I don't advise you to getting hammered, but it's also this would not get you hammered very quick. It's watered down.
She
I-
nods.
I kind of figured that after I drank the first one.
Now, I
Mi-
strongly disadvise this, but I do know how to make it stronger.
Meanwhile, one of
Well-
the patrons behind you is now dancing on a table wildly.
Disappointing. I'm very disappointed with myself for even telling you I know how to make those stronger and probably taste more palatable at the same time.
You have Moxie's attention.
You have Magda's attention,
They both turn to him.
pretty much.
Even the bartender just kind of
Oh,
stops pouring
yeah.
his glasses and just like watches.
Well, Magda, I'm pretty sure you don't remember this, but your people did have very interesting tastes in alcohol. And I do remember some. Give me a second.
Well,
Like you got,
shalom, Bastion.
well, I'll need to have access to the alcohol first. Looks at the bartender.
He says, just pointing to the various tankards and like taps behind him.
Well, I'll have to get over it. He just says, well, practically just vaulting over
Over the
the
bar.
counter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Knocking a couple plates and stuff off the bar.
Like he
and-
vaults over it with a loud thump as his heavy body just slams onto
Yeah, and everyone in the room, including all the various NPCs and stuff, that are gonna have to roll a dexterity saving throw. Because remember, this building is teetering on the edge of a cliff.
yeah, and him vaulting over.
Everybody has to roll dexterity saving throw.
Well, everybody in the building. Yes.
Acrobatics check.
Yeah.
Does it include
both
Bastion?
Maxie and I are in the building, so we have
Yes.
to roll.
Yes.
Yeah, thank
Yes. And roll
I
with
thought it was
disadvantage because you are
Yes.
slightly inebriated.
you. Thank you.
Can I roll acrobatics instead?
Sure, but it'll be with disadvantage because you're inebriated.
That's fine.
Yep. And now I have to roll for these NPCs, so...
Just everything shakes and everyone
21.
just like stumbles. Bastion. Oops.
Okay, hold on. Actually, they're going to be rolling at
21
disadvantage
with
too.
disadvantage.
So. With advantage or disadvantage?
With disadvantage, it's 21. I rolled 21 and 23.
Okay, so
Ah.
all the patrons just kind of like stop as the whole building just goes and just shifts like maybe a meter or two down towards the water. As this,
By the way, Magda rolled had an 11.
yeah, you can definitely tell that the weight has definitely shifted in this building.
Bastion sees this and feels it and goes, apologies.
It wouldn't, and the bartender just kind of grabs the bar table and just says, "It wouldn't be the first time this place has fallen into the drink."
Does this explain the random barnacles that are on the wall?
He nods.
Ah, yes. Anyways, I'm now.
Magda kind of looks at the bartender and goes, "Is all the answers to the questions or stuff that goes on here? It wouldn't be the first time."
he
Oh.
just looks and says, "Welcome to heaven, help us."
By the way, while they're doing all of that, Moxie is mending all of the dishes that broke from when Bastion jumped over.
And Bastion
Yes.
turns to
Cantrip.
the two though and goes, "What drink would you like me to make? The hardest one first, or should I go with the lightest? The hardest one will probably instantly incapacitate you, or at least it will probably be a little
hardest.
rough."
The hardest one sounds interesting, doesn't it, Moxie?
Yes, very much.
Well,
Is it at this point that the captain is striding it up the street?
damn. Bastion just goes, "I don't fully have access to all the ingredients for the hardest one, so I'll make the second hardest one instead."
That's fine.
He says while turning and just going to different it just grabs like a cup and just starts filling two cups, two kegs, not kegs, but two
Tankards.
two tankards, and starts then with different types of alcohols, and then eventually reaches into like a storage area on his body and pulls out this little like vial with this glowing blue stuff and dips it in. Puts it
Meanwhile,
in
the
both.
bartender is just watching this in fascination.
And then the little air crystal that's in his arm pops out, and he dips the air crystal into both tankards for a second, and kind of just like cleans off the alcohol off of it.
This is very bubbly and like
Yeah,
it's
and a
almost
little
it's not
gust of wind
it's
coming
not
out of
even
it.
like a beer. It's more like a more of a port kind of tasting. If you can make port
Well, they
out
haven't
of
tasted it yet.
beer, but yeah, but I'm just describing like the strength level.
Yeah. Because
Yep.
this is one of the second hardest drinks your people can make. Of course,
Oh,
we usually use different types of alcohols, but similar effect. He says we're putting them down.
And the bartender just like takes a whiff of it, like off the like sniffs the glass and says,
Smells better.
"That's the finest whatever you made." He,
Well,
he
it
takes
isn't.
he takes a small glass and just pours a little bit of the tankard into the glass and just throws it back. And
Takes a sip.
yep.
he's gonna roll a Constitution saving throw.
It's very-
Oh,
It's
Lord.
very, it's very rough. Like it tastes good.
Mar-
It's just very hard as an alcohol.
Yeah, I'm applying a -3 modifier to this. Oof.
Moxie rolled a 10 for her con save.
He
and
rolled
she
a 4.
hit.
He only took a shot glass of it, and he's already down.
Yeah, he just like throws it back. His eyes just kind of like go bug-eyed, and then he just like, I think I'm going to go take a nap. Thuds.
Yeah,
I should have
Uh,
warned.
Moxie does drink it slowly, but it does hit her. and she
Like,
starts
Yeah.
to get a
he
little-
just took a shot glass worth. So
Right,
you
as-
imagine chugging this whole thing.
Right as the
Oh,
the bartender hits the deck, the captain walks in and says, "What's going on in here?"
Alcohol.
Everyone
My
just raises a
brother's
tankard.
drunk drunk as I am not.
Hick.
I'm not as thick as drunk I am.
Uh,
I'm not as thick as you drunk I am.
Yeah.
exactly. I can't say that, so
Hey,
let other people
hey,
say
can
that.
we make that a quote in the
Yes.
chat,
Go
please?
ahead.
All right,
Yeah.
hold on. I'll have to do that. Hey, Evil, if
Uh,
you're here, can you do that as a quote?
But
I'm
yeah,
not as thick as you drunk
Bastion
I
just
am.
turns to the captain because he's walked in, obviously, and it's just like, greetings. I advised them not to.
And the captain just hops up onto a bar stool, and just looks at the bar and says, "Where's the bartender?"
Moxie just
he
takes,
tried
uh,
he tried to drink.
Moxie goes and picks up the captain like a child and go, "Oh my God, he's so adorable!"
Oh no, the alcohol is already taking
Can
effect.
I roll my constitution? Cause,
Sure.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Like-
Okay, thank you.
It's a very rough drink, so good luck.
Again, disadvantage -3
Yeah.
modifier.
It's weird. Like-
-3 or just disadvantage?
Disadvantage and -3.
Oh,
Like, it's super
crap.
it's super like alcoholic, but weirdly light tasting.
Okay. All right. Give me
Some
a
weird flavors going on
Oh,
in
yeah,
there.
I have no doubt. Give me a second
well,
here.
aren't you the sweetest little thing? And she's just like lifting him
Slipping
up
into
in
her
the air
accent.
like
Okay,
a child.
So I had an 11. That's not taking off the -3. -3 would make that 11, 10, 9,
8.
8.
Yep.
I
So
think Magdie's gone.
Oh
yeah,
no.
Magdie has just while you're holding, while not, while Moxie is holding and like squeezing this poor halfling to death,
Yeah.
like a stuffed teddy bear.
Halfling would be
Magdie just like takes a glass, bug eyes, and then immediately erps all over the captain.
Oh,
No,
no.
she's not gonna herb.
Well,
I just think the idea she takes a sip and she immediately falls over. Just
well, not erps, but like just kind of You're a little stumbly as you
So-
stand up, and it's like, I need to go to the... And then you pitch forward and just kind of...
No, she's also
Oh, yes.
really giggly at this point too.
Yes.
Is it good?
And the captain, while he's being squeezed, is
I
like,
think I'm going
what have gotten into you? Let go of me. I demand you as your
would you like
captain.
help? Bastion looks
He's
at the
trying to
captain and
squirm
goes,
out
"Would
of
you
your
like-"
arms.
Bastion turns to the captain and goes, "Would you like me to help?"
Please,
Yeah.
it's...
he says, "You're not my captain, little man." She
I am not
smiles,
little.
She's just swinging him around.
Bastion just grabs captain and yanks him out of her grip.
Roll me a strength check.
Yeah, I'll have to roll strength for Bastion, but
Contested against,
I've written down stats for what he is, so let me just look at him.
Yep.
Well, he's got to beat an 8. So
Easy. I love the giggling in the background.
Yes.
She is a happy drunk.
She's one of those drunks.
Yes, she is. She's one of those drunks. Although she's gonna have a nasty hangover when she wakes up.
Yeah, she's gonna regret her decision of drinking that.
But that's the point. She has been through a lot. She wants to drink her troubles away.
Yes.
Okay. I just looked at the written down modifier he has for strength. There we go. He's got a 21.
Okay, so you just pull this poor little captain out of your arms and,
What?
Magdi... Sorry, not Magdi. Mag, we're in the, bar. I'm just letting our audience know. We're in the bar called Heaven Help Us, and this bar has seen a lot of trouble. Not in maybe a good way, but, like, right now everyone's getting hammered in the bar, so...
Bastion just made it even worse. And he knew
Yep.
this was gonna happen.
And, Bastion, as you yank the captain out with intense strength of the arms of, Moxie, you're... Like, you just kind of, like, yeet him out of the arm, and your hand just smacks the back of a fellow drunken patron with your, with the body of, the, captain, like, being hung up by his vest, and the patron just turns around and says, "Best watch where you're swinging things." As he slams his
apologize.
tankard down and says, "You want to go, little man?" Looking at the captain.
Moxie,
Bastion
And the captain just says,
Captain.
"I am not little."
Bastion just puts Captain like to his side, like on the side of the bar. like,
the moment she hears the threat, Moxie's gun comes out and points at the voice and says,
Mhm.
"If you try it, you'll be drinking through the hole in your chest."
Oh no. Bastion just goes, I had a horrible this was a horrible idea. I did advise against drinking
She-
alcohol.
By the way, she has the background thing, bad reputation, so this probably won't get the cops called on her.
Alright, Mag, if you want to, you can. That's completely up to you.
What's Meg doing?
Alright.
Magdi also hears this particular threat and the glass down because she has kind of wandered a little bit away, and she whirls around.
Stumbly, like, just kind of like the stumbled kind of spin.
Oh yeah, and she looks at the guy. Do you really want to take on 2 drunk people?
And he just reaches into his pocket, pulls out a kind of like a hooked dagger, and just says,
Oh no.
"I can shave that smile right off your face and make you grin ear to ear."
Do not
Moxie
Do not
at that threat casts magic missile, pulling the trigger on her gun, and he gets 3 magic missiles.
We are now in combat.
Oh no.
Oh lordy. Okay.
Bastion gets into the combat finally. Yay.
Yeah, Bastion gets to the combat.
It's just like he sees like the fight
And-
unraveling and Bastion just turns to Captain and says, I advise you stay here. Things are going to get
Homie-
messy.
The captain
and
just
the
is
guy
sitting.
thinks-
No, you pick up the captain and put him into like a high chair.
I just decided though, he just puts him on a barrel, the closest thing to a high chair.
Yes.
By the way, the man takes 10 damage straight to the chest with unmissable magic missiles. she pulls the trigger.
Wow.
Oh
Hmm.
no.
Is it just me or is... No, okay, whatever. Because Mag is just
Yeah,
vibing. He's trying. He's alive.
Oh yeah, I'm alive.
Howdy there. You decided when you
Not
heard
the evil laugh, no!
when you heard there's alcohol evolved, you obviously had to get into it.
Oh lord.
You just can't stay out of this, can you?
Well, Brunera is still on the ship. She
Oh, yeah.
hasn't woken up yet.
She's
That is
gotta
true.
wake up. Just be wondering where the frick anyone is.
So this man stumbles backward a little bit, kind of shakily, and just kind of regains his balance and says, "Boys, please escort our friends to their graves." As
Bastion
these
goes,
two
"Now we've
burly
done it."
men just step around the side, and they're about the same height as Bastion.
Bastion just goes, "Those enemies detected. Well, this is not good. This is why I said don't drink the alcohol, but okay then."
And
Now
meanwhile,
we
we
have
cut
this
down to the
situation.
ship.
Where Brunera has now woken up.
The sound of like glass breaking as her eyes open.
I mean, the bar is probably pretty far away from the coast.
Yeah, no,
Basically
I
that
mean like in
sound.
I mean like in cartoons when a character is rudely awakened, their eyes open up bloodshot with the sound of glass breaking.
Basically.
Oh, great. What is this mess now? Oh, this sounds lovely.
You're not even near the bar. It's funny. You just get like a weird present, like you can
Yep.
feel the chaos.
Yep.
As you look up up off the ship, as you see a very loud kind of structure just creaking above you, and the sounds of broken glassware and various other things just being thrown about up there.
You can hear the entire like bar fight from here.
Yep.
Okay, well, she's gonna make her way up to the bar, where all the noise is coming from.
It will take you 2 turns to get there, so just letting you know, because
And
you have to
give me
go
2
up on
rounds.
2 rounds. You have to go up and around the cliff. So you have to go through
Okay.
town and up and around. So
Um,
meanwhile, we cut back to the bar.
okay, so Magdi will take a look at the 2 burly men that have just now stood up and went, "Ah, you brought friend! Hi!" And she will take out her own Vicar-C, as it were, her own short sword.
Yes.
And that is a 18.
That hits. Yes.
Thank you.
Which one are you targeting, by the way?
There, 2 of them stood up, right?
2 of them stood up, and the one in the middle is just kind of like set back a little bit. So
Yeah, she's going for the left one, and I did
Left one, okay.
10 points damage.
10 points of damage. Okay. Give me a moment. I have to pull up another one of those. Because,
Sorry.
lovely. No, you're fine.
And she's continuing to giggle because of the lovely alcohol that's
He
now
stumbles
coming forward.
back as he gets stabbed in the chest with this rapier.
Bastion just looks at this and just goes, "Thank God I didn't give them the strongest alcohol."
And he's like, even though his like blood's trickling down his chest and stuff like that, he just chuckles like maniacally and just like pulls the sword out from his chest and just licks the blade.
Oh no.
Just what I need in the morning. An imbecile. As he's gonna thrust the sword towards you. Your own sword.
I thought I still had my sword. I didn't let
Oh,
go
you
of it.
didn't let go? Okay, well, he's gonna grab your arm and just lick. He's gonna grab your arm and lick the sword and then hand it back to you. With your hand still on the blade.
Why'd you lifting your sword? Look his
And
own
when you
sword.
say 2 turns, you mean 2 individual people's turns
Yes.
or 2 rounds? Okay.
2 individual people's turns. So he
Bastion's
went
like, oh no.
because he basically made a move action to touch your sword, so whatever. But you don't know why he licked your sword.
Nope, have no idea.
And
Bastion's like, I think I need to take action.
Bastion, you're up next.
He
Yes,
just like,
yes, you
he's
are.
like, last time I vaulted over this, the whole building shook. Let's do that again. He just like vaults over the bar again.
Everyone roll me a dexterity saving throw, and I have to roll for the audio.
Because I like that every time that he jumps or at all like shakes the ground, the whole building shakes.
And
not
I'm going to be
intentionally doing it.
spending one of my danger points to increase the complication range for this particular activity for the NPCs by 1. So instead of -4, they're getting a -5 to the roll. Oof.
And,
Yeah. The building starts creaking violently and listing to one side as patrons start rolling off tables and stuff like that.
All rolling to one side, making it even fall further.
Yep. The building is like teetering on the edge of like falling off the cliff. And the support beams underneath it, the wooden support beams are just creaking loudly. And one more player. Who wants to go next? It's the.
Like
Oh wait, what
Benjamin
did you
didn't
guys
do
roll? What
anything.
did you guys roll? Before I get to that, the dexterity saving throw.
I had a 2. Yeah, I had a 2.
Okay, so yep, you're rolling off to the side.
I'm rolling off to the side.
So Bastion's Bolt counts as his turn.
Yes. Okay. So Bernira, you're up at the top of this entrance, which is kind of listing off to one side, and you just see this structure just hanging.
What level is Rhaenyra supposed to be?
She should be level 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just wanted to make sure.
Yep.
That's right. Because I have somewhere along the line we're supposed to be
Yep.
digging, but I'm going to leave that
Yep.
up to you.
All right.
Okay.
So I'm now in front of the bar.
You're in front of the entrance to this structure that is hanging off a cliff very haphazardly and very dangerously over the ocean. And the pier below. And you just hear loud shouting inside.
She's going to use a Sea Queen trait.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Yep. Every person in the bar needs to roll a Constitution saving throw of 17 or higher.
Does
At
Bastion
advantage, or well, actually, it'd be at disadvantage because they're all drunk.
Well,
Roll.
yeah, disadvantage because they're all drunk, but still, including Bastion. Yes, he has to roll it.
Okay, what type of roll?
A Constitution saving throw of 17 or higher.
Okay, at least his con's a +3.
Yeah.
I'm just using the base stats
22.
here, please.
Okay. You
Okay,
managed to it, but you can still feel the overwhelming presence.
What am I rolling, dear Hurt?
A Constitution saving throw of 17 or higher, but you're rolling a disadvantage because you're drunk.
Yeah, I kind of figured that.
Be-
Bag die.
No one, absolute no one. Be me. I have a +3. I roll a 1. I get a 4. Me, sad.
Hold on. And the GM has to quickly go to the bathroom, and that's where we're going to run a quick 2-minute ad break, and we'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen.
Ad break.
And I need to actually fix my dice cloth because it is folded wrong.
Every time I think I'm sick.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Shores of Sorrows, Supera's Legend. Now, let's continue with our bar fight?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Alright.
By the way, poor Magdi had a 4.
Yep.
I had a 4 too.
Well, I will
Alright,
say
what-
one thing, all the bar patrons got a 2.
What about the captain?
Hey.
Did he roll yet?
The captain did roll and he got a 14.
And
Ooh,
Moxie got a 22.
So Moxie's the only one who's gonna resist this.
Oh,
The
gosh.
entire bar now feels malice. A presence of malice.
Like, people in mid-swing of, like, various cups and mugs would just stop, stare at the door, and the door just slowly swings open, like
And
the double door.
You hear the ominous as her heels are clicking across the floor.
Oh no.
And,
Back.
Magdi, who is drunk, looks at all the patrons who've got like glasses and stuff. Even though she is scared as all get out because she knows what's going to happen. Looks at all the patrons and goes, "I think you woke her up," and then she laughed very maniacally. Remember, she's still drunk and she's still a happy drunk.
That Bastion just looks at her and just goes, "What are you on about?"
Meanwhile,
Moxie looks at her and says, "Oh. Well, it's about time you woke up, Your Highness." And she just doesn't look phased at all. She's probably got her gun aimed at one of the guys again. She's just
and
like,
the guy
eh.
who you have the gun aimed at, which is the guy in the middle, is just like, look what the cat dragged in. More mess.
Uh-oh.
now you die.
She snaps her head toward him.
Oh no!
And let's see, which one is it gonna be?
Oh no! This is just too much. I love it. I love
It's
it.
it's
Oh, this
great.
is perfect.
It's so spiraled out of control again.
I have a question for the DM, and this
Yes.
is only for story reasons.
Yep.
Because they now worship the same goddess, like, can both attacks be simultaneous? When he insults Brunera, she just pulls the trigger.
Yep.
Sure.
Because
He
he needs the big guy that said that needs
Yep.
to make a Constitution saving throw of 11.
Okay,
And
well,
then
he's
he
also
fires the chaos bolt.
stone,
Drunk.
yes. No, don't roll a d0, roll a d20, 2 of them, minus his inebriation, which is going to be, because I can I borrow 1 essence point to increase the complication range for this guy? Just for silliness.
To make it harder on him?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Alright, so I'm
Oh,
gonna
goodness.
increase it to 6. So let's see what he gets.
Yeah. If
He
you
rolls
bring
a
out his-
he rolls a 1.
Oh,
He rolled a nat
shit.
1?
Yeah, he rolled a nat 1.
Oh no!
By
She
the-
throws her finger out and says, basically shouts the F word at him, "Fuck you," and cast shatter.
His body just
Oh.
explodes with a whole bunch of blood, guts,
I-
and booze everywhere in the room.
Aw, man.
Ba-
I was
ba-
gonna say, because at the same time, like, both of these spells hit him at the same time, because he rolled
Yes,
a 25 to hit on
yeah.
Chaos Bolt.
Yeah.
So, I'm just rolling to see what he hits him with.
What?
Chaos
Let's just
Bolt.
say he gets hit from...
Hold on.
Yeah. 5 or 7. Yeah, he gets hit with both psychic damage and force damage.
So
As
his
brain explodes in his...
and he's a big guy, like he's big and burly
Yeah.
and like kind of really like overweight. So his body just goes, his head expands, and then like that scene in the that one movie that where the guy's heads explode. I forget what it's called. The
Her answers.
no, it's that spy movie. I forget what it's called.
But,
One.
Yeah. The one where all the heads explode and like the confetti and like Kingsman.
Kingsman, yes.
Yeah, Kingsman's
Yeah.
the first movie.
The first movie,
Yeah.
the first movie.
like, as he explodes and he goes everywhere, pretty much, Bastion just, like, guards, Magdi from all of the viscera. He literally just steps in front of her, taking
And
the
you're
brunt.
continuing to hear the absolute mad laughter coming from her. She's got a huge grin on her face.
And as a slow motion spine just goes flying by.
Pretty much. I am going to roll yet another Constitution saving throw to see
Yes.
if he does fall over, and I'm doing it at disadvantage
Yep.
because it's hilarious. Well, I'm glad I did that at disadvantage because one of the rolls was a 20. That is a 12 plus 2, that's a 14.
Yeah, so what were you trying to do?
Trying to stay up. That's all she
Yeah,
was doing.
one of these his skull comes flying at you and knocks you off balance, off your chair. Like skull straight to
she
the
was
face.
No, she was standing when all
Oh
this
yeah,
happened.
yeah. So the skull just hits you in his skull, and part of his brain just smacks into your face.
Oh no.
You know what?
Oh no.
I
Bastion
think I'm gonna take a nappy nap right here.
Bastion turns to Bernera and goes, "Greetings, Bernera."
Anyone else want to pick a fight? And
Several of the
she's lowered her brow in a really sharp points.
All right, roll me an intimidation check against the audience in the thing, the bar.
In the bar?
Patrons, yep.
Yep.
And they are definitely going to be rolling with disadvantage here because, yeah, they are going to be.
Am I rolling with advantage on this because they're drunk?
You know what? If anyone wants to spend their favor from the gods,
I will
I
use
just,
my. No, I'm not going to use my favor. I want to spend one essence point to roll
Can I
advantage.
just assist?
Okay.
Can I just assist? Advantage your time?
since he's already rolling with advantage, I'm gonna say no to that because he, yeah.
Fair enough.
But if you'd like to
Oh.
say something, you can.
Thank you, advantage. Yes.
Uh-oh.
That is a 22.
Give me a moment for the audience, these lovely heaven help us to.
Oh,
You know what?
And
I'm gonna say just because this is so funny.
no.
10 of the bar patrons just like say nope, 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 and just yeet themselves out the window into the ocean.
They all run out and go, nope, we don't want to be a part of this anymore.
And just smashing through like glass.
You just hear someone just like as they were jumping through the window going, "I'm out of here."
Good. My megalodons could use some breakfast.
And then
turns to her sharply when she says it, like, "Wait, what?"
And then the two guys that were standing next to this guy that exploded are still standing. The guy on the piano is just like looking back at the piano, and starts playing another like really hyped up bar tune, like like frantic bar music, bar fight music, which doesn't actually fit the music that I'm playing right now. But I don't have bar music, so deal with it.
Bastion looks around and just goes, "I guess my assistance is not required," he says while putting his weapon away.
You do see Magdi on the floor, very quietly sleeping.
What was you gonna say, Ashes?
Basically, what Moxie is going to do is basically say to the people, to the guys in front, and say, well, you have two choices. You can stay and end up like your friend, or you can leave like the good little boys that you are.
Ooh,
And
nice.
I will roll intimidation.
All right,
Also,
And-
yeah.
they're gonna roll a wisdom saving throw.
Uh-huh. And I think I may have if we have one of those essence points, I'd like to use it.
Uh, yeah, you only have
And
2 left, at least
how
from what
do
I
you?
know. Because we only have.
Oh,
Because I give you 2 per audience per people in the cast right now. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so you're down to about 4 right now.
and I would like to use one.
All right, you now have 3.
Alright,
Let's see. Oh yeah, that guy's
17.
17. One guy just drops
Yeah.
his rapier and says, "Fuck this, I'm out," and just like jumps over the table, head scrambles for the door, and is going to have to cross in front of Bernira as he's doing this. Bernira, if you'd like to take an opportunity attack, you can.
Oh, she is. She's definitely going to do so.
Yep.
I'm so glad that Magda is like out for this because
Yeah.
She kind of
oh no.
slides her trident up to where it's like at the end, like she's holding the very end of the handle.
Yep.
Oh no.
She's going to swing to hit. Like she's gonna bat him across the
Roll to hit
Yep.
with
I am.
advantage because he
He
opportunity attack.
is running away.
Yep.
Okay.
Bravely running away.
Okay, I rolled a 19 and a 12. I'm taking a 19. My hit
Yep.
dice is +2.
That hits.
So,
Now you are giggly. Wow, we've got a whole bunch of giggly people.
yes, because I have to roll
Yes.
this with the.
Did
Alright.
it.
When the what is it? When Bernira has to start rolling dice, gets another bag of dice out, starts rolling those, gets a calculator out and starts calculating. You know it's
He
bad.
takes 9 points of damage and gets swatted like a fly.
9 points of damage. Actually, let me see. 9 points of damage. He goes up against the wall and he just like laughs hysterically as he's like he's just laughing
This is kicking in.
and he's just like yep.
I cut that laugh off.
He's still up.
Yeah. Chaos bolt straight to his chest.
Roll to hit.
No spell. Oh wow.
25 to hit.
All right.
Bastion just like seeing all this murder practically just goes, do you think all of this is a little unorthodox?
I mean,
Remember, it's a pirate town,
Oh!
so there's no law here.
Well, yeah, but Bastion still has
There's
some
no
sort of...
law.
It's a
Bastion
pirate
still
town.
has
Biggest take-
some sort of, like, concerns, though.
he takes 10 acid damage.
10 acid damage. Okay.
Yep.
Yep. He's still up,
Sure.
but like his face is just slowly burning, as you can kind of see, like second degree and third degree burns on his face, and he's just evilly grinning like the Joker from ear to ear.
Bastion just goes, you know, doing this can probably hurt us later, right?
Yeah, but it's done now.
Now the captain is going to get up off his, hop off the what is it, the barrel that he's standing on, and he's gonna pull out his flintlock and make sure it's loaded, and he's going to fire a shot right at the guy's face.
Oh no.
Oh, point blank. Oh,
Yep.
dude.
Because the guy's standing like right in front of him. But he's still gonna have to roll a hit.
Rhaenyra's gonna ready a fire spell.
Oh god.
And
So
a sadistic evil grin spreads across her face.
Unexpected character. Oh,
I'll
what?
let her have.
You mislabeled the roll.
Oh, pfft. Yeah, I have to redo that. 1d20 plus. There we go. The captain doesn't hit the, like, even though he's firing at point blank, you just hear like a click of the gun, the flintlock, and he's like, God darn it! I thought I loaded this thing. He looks in the barrel, and a puff of smoke just goes up in his face. Oh, I
So
loaded it
how
with
close
powder,
is
no
this
shot.
guy to Rhaenyra? Like, is he right next to her?
Yeah.
Uh-oh. It's that evil laugh again. There we go. That's what I was waiting on.
He needs to
what
make
I
a
fear.
dexterity saving throw of 11 or higher.
Who needs to make a dexterity saving throw?
No.
The
The
big guy.
guy.
Big guy.
Yep,
Okay.
the guy.
No, I'm threatened. It's just like everyone. Why do I
Yeah,
feel
is he,
terrorious?
even though he's still up, is he still drunk?
Yeah, he rolled a 0, which isn't valid. So basically, I'm making a -1. So, yeah, he failed that check hard.
Ah!
Who just
Who
lose?
left? Ah.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna make this guy's life a living hell.
You mean it wasn't already?
No, it's about to be. Because, this spell that I'm doing is currently at 2nd level.
Thank you.
But,
Mhm.
But?
I'm spending 2 of my spell slots to make it 4th level.
Okay.
Okay.
Which means that it's gonna, instead of it being a 3d8, it's now a 6d8.
Oh,
Plus my
Ew.
+1 modifier.
I'm gonna
Ew,
drop.
ew.
I'm gonna spend 3 of my danger points to reduce the difficulty of that roll by 3. So I'll be subtracting 3 from the base total. That's all.
See, so sending. Yeah, 68.
Because right now he's in a drunken rage.
Let me look at it again. So, excuse me, my spells back.
Yep.
My spells. Thank you.
Oh,
Okay, so 3d8 is base. So I'm using 2 spell slots.
Sorry, lots of
Two
math.
spell. Yeah, 2 spell. Actually, you know what? For this one, I'm gonna use 2 spell slots. So that would
Okay.
be a 5d8 total plus 5d8 plus 1.
Okay. Roll it.
Make sure I have my numbers right.
Yep.
5d8 plus 1. He takes 17 fire damage from Anganara's Scorcher. Straight to the face.
17 minus 3 is 16, 15, 14. So he's going to take 14 damage. Where are you? They are minus 14. He is still up. As he just kind of laughs, like, in your face. As you're just kind of like, this spell went off. It says,
Oh.
that's all you can do? Is just like laughing drunkenly. He's in a full-on
So-
rage.
So you're one of those tough guys, aren't you?
Oh, well, this will just be fun.
He's gonna grab your skirt, well, your dress, your part of your jellyfish dress.
clothing.
Yes, clothing, and he's going to do his spell, which is
Now, if he's grabbing me, he has to roll a grapple check.
yeah, of course he does. So he's
And
gonna
I
have to roll.
Have to roll against it.
Yeah, dexterity versus your no, it would be against your AC. Yep. 20 plus. He's in rage mode, so that's plus that. Does a 19 tickle your fancy?
Lucky boy.
All right, and he is going to be rolling his fireball at close proximity because he's in direct contact with you. At second level. So I need to know how many dice that is, Trish.
How what?
Fireball, second level.
Fireball?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Well, that's entertaining.
Yep.
I think
Hang on, I'm getting it. I'm sorry.
Mhm.
I was marveling at something else, and I was only half paying attention.
You're good.
Dear, Fireball doesn't start until third.
Oh, well, he's gonna be
Yeah.
firing it at fourth level then.
There you go.
My bad.
that's like 96.
No,
Ye-
well, okay, it's because if you're casting this spell at a spell slot fourth level or higher,
Yep.
the damage increases for 1d6 for each slot above third. If you're shooting
Yep.
it off at 4,
Yep.
yes, that is
9.
96.
Yeah,
Oh,
Alright.
Lord.
it's what Ashes used against the people who choose flying.
And
Right.
I'm not gonna apply any special modifiers to this because I'm not gonna be that evil GM. But let's see how much damage poor Bernira takes. That is 39 damage.
No.
Uh-oh. Rhaenyra's down again. So I only have 30 hit points.
When she goes, oh no! When Bernard goes down, immediately Bastion looks over and immediately goes, "We have a problem." Immediately while pulling out his weapon. This is more of a problem than I expected.
Now,
I may have
you
to step
said
in.
you said this place was
Made of wood?
No. It was on the cliff side. It was
Yes.
rickety.
Yes.
How is it built on the cliff side? Is it built using board supports that go all the way to
Yes.
the water?
Yep. Yep.
I suggest everybody run. Like,
mean,
run
like,
out of the
that's it?
building.
There also,
keep in
since the
mind-
fireball went off, things are on fire now.
Well, keep in mind that Magni is on the floor sleeping.
Yeah.
Yep.
Basically basically Bastion grabs Magda and holds her over his shoulder. He goes, "We should probably leave."
Yeah, because I'm fixing to do something else that's horrible.
Magdi, can you roll a D4 for me, please? Just a straight up D4.
God, yes. Just a straight up D4? Yeah,
Yes, please.
I can do that. I
Mhm.
can so do that. That's a 4.
Alright, in 4 turns, something will happen if you don't get out of the building in time.
Well,
Okay,
he's
yeah,
he's
that's
already carrying Magda. Bastion grabbed her.
Yep.
I have you.
Moxie says out the window. And she has a very serious look on her face.
The captain's just
my-
coughing and wheezing.
Wait, the
My
captain.
question is, was Brunera hit with the 32 damage?
Yes, she was. She is down.
Oh no.
She's unconscious.
Yes.
Okay.
Bastion runs over to the captain as well and goes, "You know what? Just grab on to my body, but not my back." You may
Captain just
be
leaps onto
confused.
your back.
He says, "Not my back. Fine, get up on my shoulders."
He's riding like piggyback.
Yeah, he gets up on. Basically, Bastion just goes, "Okay, I know there's a drop out of this window, but I have a plan. Trust me." He says while leaping out of the window.
Actually, when he does that, he's also going, before he does that, he's going to have him drag Brunera as well, and he's going to cast Featherfall on all of them.
Oh, I was about to give Bastion the big reveal of his little reason he told Captain not to get on his back.
Oh,
Okay.
fair enough. Then,
As you're about to cast a spell, you realize on the back of Bastion you see something sliding out, and you realize as he jumps out, 2 large glider wings pop out with a loud.
okay, well, okay.
And the captain just
Well, in
says,
that case,
well, that's new, hick.
I didn't get the chance
Yep.
to use these before.
And the building is now heavily ablaze.
yep. if
You're good.
You can still,
Brunera,
also, you
I-
could still cast Feather Fall on me. I feel bad for just making his wings pop up, but I wanted that reveal.
oh no, it's fine if he
Yeah.
can make it without it. This just means
Cast it on yourself or something, I don't know.
assuming he didn't take Brunera, she'll basically jump out of the window with her and cast Feather Fall on herself and
Yeah.
Brunera.
Yeah, that's a good
works.
idea.
Yep.
Save it for yourself while Bastion flies.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you guys are running
Take
to the back
the
of the
ground.
building and smashing through the window.
Yep.
All right. I need everyone to roll a acrobatics check.
Including
Except
the one.
Rhaenyra, because she's unconscious.
Yep. Well, everyone who's not unconscious, at least.
I'm asleep, so I don't
Yes.
need to roll, do I?
No, you do not.
Put acrobatics, but I did put dexterity on this guy, so I'm trying to figure out what acrobatic. Would it just be the dexterity modifier?
Dexterity
Yeah.
plus. Yep.
It's just dexterity.
Yep.
Whatever your
15.
dexterity is.
It's oh, he got a 16. Bastion
You got a
managed.
15.
Like, luckily for me, he has a +3.
Wait,
in his,
no. Okay, there we
+3
go.
dice.
So the
He has a
guy,
+3 in his deck.
the guy tries to roll an acrobatics check and got a 17.
Ooh.
So he was just shy of the target number.
Oh, what? I got a 16.
Oof.
You're telling me a 16 is not good? Okay, screw me, I guess.
Yeah. And a board falls down in front of you on fire, blocking your path to the exit. The only other exit is out the front door.
Bastion jumped out the window, remember?
Well, you had to make your way to the window past all the bodies that
I
are...
thought he was near it, and also why would he have his wings out if he was already out the window, but okay.
That's
Oh.
fine.
They're
As
in
they
mid-deployment
run,
as you are headed out.
Bastion goes,
I mean-
okay, then, better idea.
it's a burning thing, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
burning building.
Yeah.
The bar's on fire.
Well, I meant the thing that's blocking our way. It's already on fire, so it's
Yep.
weakened
Yes.
theoretically.
Yep. Got it.
She'll pull her gun. She'll pull her gun and cast. She'll spend one of her sorcery points and cast magic missile and obliterate the blockage in our way. and
Yes.
then just say
Alright.
keep running. No.
Since the building is structurally weak, I need everyone to roll another acrobatics check.
Well, I can't because I'm asleep.
Well, not everyone, but, you know, everyone who's still up. But I will have you
And
roll a
it's
death saving
13.
throw.
Okay, I
Who,
roll.
me?
Yes.
Well, she's
Why?
asleep. She's
I'm
alcoholic.
asleep.
Oh, no, no, no,
I
no, no, no,
have to
no,
back
no, no, sorry, not you. Brunera.
Rhaenyra.
Yeah.
I'm getting characters mixed up. I was looking at the wrong character, my
Remind
bad.
me, how do I do death saving throws again?
You roll a...
It's a D20,
Just
and
a
if you
d20.
get above a 10, then you save.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, I just got a 17 on my roll, though.
And you made your
First
first
saving
save.
save, yep.
But I for my dex I rolled a 17.
Okay, you managed to hold on as the building is creaking, even listing like almost at a 45-degree angle towards the pier below.
We must get out of here faster.
The captain just says, the captain just says, well, yes, good idea. It's just coughing and wheezing because the smoke
we
is
do not
rising.
destroy this board fast.
How
I will
many-
have
how
to
many
destroy
turns is
myself.
it?
It's
It took 13 damage, by the way. That board.
yeah, the
It should be obliterated.
How many turns
Yeah.
it passes? You said it was 4 turns.
you're down to turn 3, which is just about to end.
Okay, we're about to fly. I think we just broke the board, so I think we can.
Yeah, the
flee.
board is gone, so you have to make it over 3 tables and to the exit.
Well, I think I'm not sure how high up is the roof, because if it's high enough, he could just fly over it.
You can fly over it, yes.
Okay, then he's just gonna.
But there's
he's just-
burning rafters and stuff above you because it's a 2-tiered building, so just letting you know that.
He can fly low if he needs to.
Yes.
That being said, she'll pass off Renera because she's not
Yeah.
strong enough to do it.
Yep.
Take
Yeah.
her on her own.
Basically,
She'll
Bash,
make the trek on the ground.
you want Bastion to carry Bernier?
Yep.
Yep.
Bastion grabs Bernier and goes, "Okay, this will be heavy, but I think I can do it." As the air
She's
crystal
got
pop
feather
out,
fall on her.
like the air crystals pop out and then they point downward, and you see what they're there for now. as all of a sudden a gust of wind bursts from them, launching him. And that doesn't go very high because again he's trying to
Yep.
stay low, but he flies over the table.
Yep. And you see
and then
burning.
Moxie will make a run for it.
All right. Roll me a athletics check.
Ooh.
Just Moxie,
Yeah.
Okay.
because you're dodging and weaving through burning parts of the building as they're falling down.
17.
You manage to make it through the falling debris. I'm not gonna have Bastion roll because he's basically a suit of armor. He doesn't take. He can take the brunt of the stuff falling on him.
Yeah.
Alright, so what's happening?
I need you to.
We're getting the hell out of this bar and out the window.
Can you roll me another death saving throw? And I need to have the guy who is now on fire. And I'm going to dock him a couple points because reasons.
Blow dice. It rolled
Yep.
off my mat.
Because he's on fire now, so he's going to take fire damage.
Ooh! 16!
Yep, that's your second success.
Second
Alright.
saving
Second.
throw.
Yeah,
Yep.
your second success. Yep.
As you look back, you see this hulk of a barbarian man lumbering towards you on fire.
Yep.
And he's like in full-on rage, like his full body's on fire.
Yep. Moxie will actually split off the direction she was going
Alright.
and grab the bartender who was on the other side of the bar.
It's knocked out. Yeah, get him.
You're gonna have to climb over
Yeah.
the bar, get him, and then climb back over the bar, so
Yeah,
that's gonna be
so-
2 turn move actions. Just letting you know.
Alright.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fine.
So have all 4 turns passed?
You're down to your
No.
last turn.
No. The thing that's gonna happen to the bar
Yeah.
itself.
You notice that the fire is starting to head towards the kegs.
Oh no.
Oh, thank you.
Has
Well,
Bastion made it
she's-
through the window yet?
He is at the window, and he looks back, and his party is still like back in the back of the building.
Well, he's carrying pretty much everyone, but the one awake
Yep.
person here.
Yep.
It's Moxie. He goes, "We need to leave."
As the building is creaking and
Because I'm not
groaning.
leaving the bartender.
The captain just weakly
Acceptable.
holds a finger up and says, "We don't have time. This place is coming down all around us."
Like, I like
It's
that
a
he
cost
goes,
and
"We have-
wheezes.
Time, she says.
I'll try to assist when I get everyone else to safety."
She nods. She just
Uh,
says, get out of here.
Bastion like goes, "Captain, can you lower your head a bit so I don't hit your head against the window?" As he says, "Well."
He just
leaning
coughs
out
a little bit and just ducks lower into the smoke.
He leaps through the window and then just leaps out using his wings to glide, and a bit of the air crystals to keep himself above as he flies over
All right,
to the front of the
Cliff.
bar.
the cliff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He gets them down to safety and puts them all down. He goes, "You're safe now. I must make sure other band members okay." He says,
I'm
"We'll walk
so
back." over."
happy he's actually doing stuff for the rest of the group.
And then we cut to
Bastion.
inside the building.
Yep.
Yep.
And Moxie is basically bar sliding over the bar.
Hmm.
If that's her movement, then she
Yep.
should still have her action,
Yes.
which is whip out her pistol and fire at the guy.
All right. Roll to hit.
Stop his pants. 13 probably doesn't hit.
No, that does not. Your shot goes wide
Does
and
she-
hits the side of the glass as this stray bullet goes whizzing right past the party and our guard friend.
Do you still
Bastion.
have Bernira?
No, Bastion does.
Yep.
No, I
and
put
she'll
Bernera down outside.
You can roll your third
Action
saving throw, by the
surge.
way, Bernero.
Yeah, action surge, she's gonna fire again.
Oh.
What was it?
19.
I
no.
think that's
What happened?
If the little mark is under the circle part, it's a 6.
It's a 6, yes.
Okay, so she rolled a 6 on her third.
Okay, so that's your first failure. So you got 2 successes and 1 failure.
Yep.
So
And
you're not done yet.
Moxie,
Yep.
and Moxie rolled a 19 to hit.
19, that hits. Roll your damage.
Well, that there are little fights. Bastion could throw Mira
Into water.
into the water.
Bastion doesn't think that way because he doesn't know much about Bernira unless something tips him off to it. He's probably unless the captain says something, because I think captain would know more than Bastion would know.
Well, the captain's currently passed out right now because he has had smoke inhalation.
Well, Bastion wouldn't logically know. Player me knows, but Bastion doesn't logically, because no one's probably told him.
Nope.
Like, why would you tell Bastion? Because no one could ever thought the situation would happen where Bastion would happen.
Well, Magdai would have told him if she hadn't gotten drunk.
Yeah.
Yep.
Bastion.
One of the megalodons that was following the ship that you've gotten to know these megalodons are following the ship.
Yeah, Bastion is aware of that.
Yep.
Surfaces really close to the beach, like really close up to you guys.
Well, you guys are like above the like high above like this like very like maybe almost like 100-foot cliff, and the megalodon's down here at sea level. So
Bastion could see them from down there, but
Yeah.
they're not close enough for Bastion to hear them probably.
yeah,
If they make noise.
No, they don't make.
no.
Yeah. Bastion would look down at the megalodon.
Yep.
And what does the Megalodon do?
Megalodon's sitting there with its mouth open.
Bastion would tilt its head. Bastion would be inherently
Yep.
confused.
Meanwhile, inside
Whatever you
the
want.
burning building, there is a spark and a very loud
Uh-oh.
blast as all the windows blow out, and there's a massive explosion as like this fireball reaches into the sky. I need occupants in the
Moxie's
building.
gonna throw herself over the bartender.
Yep.
To minimize the
Occupants
damage.
in the building to roll a what would it be, a Constitution saving throw? Yep, Constitution saving throw. And now would be a good opportunity to dump any remaining essence points, or if you'd like to call on the will of the gods, aka chat.
I rolled a 22.
22, you said?
Wow.
Alright,
Yeah.
so you managed to
She
cover your-
throws herself and covers him.
Yeah, and the kegs right next to you just go off, splinters flying everywhere, and like the whole building just falls towards the ocean. This right
And as
right
a
above the
reaction-
megalodon.
Yep, as her reaction, she casts her last first level spell, Featherfall, on her and the bartender, and she kind of curls around him in a ball
Yep,
as they fall.
and raining bits of like leftover bar body parts, whatever you want to call it, are just falling down from above. As you make a splash into the water next to the megalodon, and the poor flaming guy just goes straight into the megalodon's mouth.
And his mouth snapped shut.
And his smoke just rises from the nostrils of the
Drags the guy
megalodon.
under and drowns him.
Yep.
Damn.
Well, that was a fiery end.
Threat
It
was
was
killed.
a hot meal for the megalodon too.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know.
And
Crispy!
Nothing wrong with
Right.
a little crispy human.
well, he was a barbarian,
Delicious.
but you know, whatever. And
Crispy barbarian.
the people on the docks are just like watching in horror as this like building just comes crashing down into the water.
Not again! That was my second favorite bar.
And and then the shipwright just stands on your ship and just looks up and it's like, There it goes again. Splash.
Splash. But yeah, all of them. It's just like Bastion just stare at the megalodon, and after that, it's just like
As
I
you
feel like you're
surface, yep.
trying to tell me something.
Yeah, Moxie still holding tight to the bartender. If they're next to the megalodon,
Yep.
she's probably seen these things around the ship. She just ignores it for the
Yep.
most part and just swims with the guy to shore.
Right. As
15
you come to
now.
shore,
How close are they to the shore?
they're about like maybe 20 feet from the edge of the
Okay.
docks. So, you
Now
guys,
that was the smaller megalodon that ate the
Yeah.
guy. The other megalodon you gotta worry about.
yep. And the meanwhile, we cut up to the cliffside where the party is.
Yeah.
Bernier, I need you to roll another death saving throw.
Come on, baby. Come on, come on, come on, come on.
I would like to point out that nobody really knows if Moxie made it out of that building.
That's true.
Nat 20, Nat 20, Nat 20, yes,
That would
Nat
that,
20.
normally that would be 2 successes, but since you already had 2, you're fine. You're stabilized. You are at 0 hit points. That does not mean that you're opened your eyes. It just means that you're unconscious.
Bastion just looks
You're
at
asleep.
Bastion looks at Bernier, then looks at the megalodon, and then thinks it's like she's usually near the water or in the water. Or near
Excuse me,
them.
but I'm going to be. What would I roll to wake up? Because remember, Magdie's been sleeping
Yeah, roll
this
me
entire time.
I'll either take a Constitution saving throw or a Wisdom check.
So the same number. It's not going to matter.
Fair enough. Choose one.
Okay.
Yep.
While she that, Bastion, you well,
You what?
Huh?
Bastion,
Yeah.
right? His name is Bastion.
Yes.
Yes.
You feel something invade your mechanical mind.
Ooh.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
you feel a weird presence invade your mechanical mind, like something is forcing its way in.
Bastion jolts a little bit and looks around.
Throw her to me. The bigger megalodon.
Whoa. Bastion looks at the big megalodon and goes, I was making that correlation on my own.
Remember, it's a 100-meter drop.
Well, Bastion can fly.
Of course, yeah, but she did say that Megalodon did say throw her.
Bastion just grabs Bernier and goes, I believe this is what I'm supposed to do. Maybe.
The captain
Hopefully
just
it's not a trap.
like wheezily lifts an eyebrow and then passes out again from smoke inhalation.
But Bastion opens up his wings and he slowly glides down the cliff.
Okay. By the way, I rolled. I had a 13 altogether.
All right.
It's Magdie, you know.
She's waking up slowly, but like you can just barely open your eyelids as you feel the heavy weight of the drunkenness settling in.
Oh.
Yay, hangover!
Uh-huh.
Please roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Thank you.
But yeah.
Oh, Lord.
Do you wake up?
Constitution saving throw. Wow, okay.
Oh no.
I got it. No, I got it. That is a 22.
For some odd reason,
Very
you
nice.
managed to hold
you.
your liquor in.
Without yakking all over the place.
Yes.
Oh, God.
The first, like, you barely even see it, Magda, but you do see Bastion with the wings expanded jumping off the cliff.
With your very blurry vision.
Yeah, with like you barely even see it. You barely even believe that even happened.
Who else is up here?
The captain.
Yeah, the
Uh-huh.
captain. Was there? Bernier was there, but he picked up Bernier and is gliding down the cliff with her.
Magdie is gonna go. Oh my head.
The captain just weaselly says, "Tell me about it."
Bastion.
Oh, God. Wait a minute. Where's Moxie? Moxie!
Bastion gets to the bottom of the cliff, but grabs like one of the sharp rocks that's probably there to like hold on as he just gently lets Bernier into the water, or at least
The,
as gently as he can.
Megalodon opens her mouth and swallows her, and
Bastion
then
has
dives
a
on.
Bastion has a. I have no idea what that was supposed to mean. Hopefully that was not a mistake.
Will be fine. Then the weird voice leaves your head.
Like he can feel it, like just leaving his mind. Bastion goes, "That was weird." Bastion just like then opens his wings again and just takes off up to the cliff and lands back next to Magdai.
Who is now awake and looking around wildly, going, Where's Moxie? Moxie! Moxie! Oh god, my head. Moxie!
All Magdai sees is Bastion flying up with his wings that she didn't know he had.
And
More concerned about trying to find Moxie at this point.
yep, the captain manages to cough and wheeze a little bit, rubbing his eyes, and he pulls out out of his sack the music box, which is mysteriously making noise. It's playing a very sad tune.
And this would be a cliff.
Bastion has no connection to this because he wasn't there for that.
See, he wasn't there for that. And neither was Magdai, but the player does.
Bastion is
This
just
would
what
be
is
a
that?
cliff. Yep.
Either way, I'm going to go find Moxie now. Bastion says, well, he flies off again to fly around the edge of the island.
She's probably made it to the dock and has thrown the bartender up and is probably
Yeah.
climbing out of the water herself at this point.
Yep.
Bastion flies over to Moxie and says, Magdai's awakened and she's looking for you.
Ah, right. And I look a dreadful mess. She kind of, and once again, mending and prestidigitation, she kind of wipes all of the fire damage, all of the explosive damage.
Yep.
She just wipes herself dry and completely fixed as far as her clothing and says, all right, I'm ready to go. She says, whenever you are.
Well, we should get back up and
I love Moxie so much.
we should keep Magdai from worrying. We should move back up.
She nods. Well, unfortunately, I don't have a set of wings, so if I could hitch a ride, that'd be great.
Well, I will take you. He says, well, I'm grabbing you, and then wings, and then it's just flying up into the air.
Yep.
And
he just flies over to Magdai with Moxie in his arms, putting her down.
Yep.
I have found Moxie.
The captain is
Moxie!
The captain is looking over the singing music box, completely oblivious to this particular scene.
I feel like that was enough drinking for one day.
Oh, not so loud and not so bright. Oh, Lord.
It's actually nighttime now. The sun is set.
It doesn't matter. Not so loud and not so bright.
Yeah.
True.
Next.
So
Bastion says next time, just let me make the alcohol then. Captain. He looks at Captain. It's like barely even awake.
Yeah, the captain is holding the music box and carrying it towards towards a tree of the lone palm tree overlooking part of this cliff.
Yep.
And he's leaning down on his knees and placing the music box in front of the tree.
As you're doing that, Bastion is just saying Captain in a very questioning tone.
And the captain just holds up a palm.
Moxie will actually answer the captain as well, by the way. So, yeah. She'll be like, that's not my worst night out drinking.
Bastion goes, either way, just if you really want alcohol that bad, I'm going to get us alcohol so I can make more drinks. No more bars. Bastion says, walking away.
Is nobody gonna ask where
Nira is? Not at the moment.
The captain takes his shovel out and starts digging a hole in front of the palm tree.
The music box continues to play this very, very sad song. It's very maudlin. It's very.
You know what? At this,
Very somber.
Yes, very somber.
yeah, at at this point, it's ruining it. It's being a buzzkill to Moxie, so she just walks over to the captain, since apparently she's the most physically fit, other than uh Bastion at the moment, and she'll
Yep.
take the shovel from him and dig the hole and bury the thing because she is tired of hearing that song. She's like, this is supposed to be a happy time. There were fireworks. I am not going to have this ruined.
And as you
Very much
bury
so.
this music box, the song turns to a more happier melody, even deep beneath the sand, as you're piling
And
sand on top.
and what rises from this where you've buried this music box is a visage of the banshee, but she doesn't look evil anymore. She looks at you. She's still a ghost, but she looks at you and goes, "Thank you for bringing me back."
She nods. Not a problem. She
I didn't
says,
even know that was anything.
she says, although I'll pass your thanks along to him. I'm just glad you decided on a better song.
The captain
Oh yeah,
takes
this
his cap
song is
off
my
and puts it up
jam.
against his chest in solidarity of the passing spirit.
And the spirit, after she rises, she looks at all of you, bows her head, and sinks back down. She's a banshee. This is the curse that she did of her own making.
Wait.
Yep.
She's always going to haunt this place, but because you did what you did with such reverence, she's not going to be a bother to anybody else.
Yeah.
Yep. The
Okay.
captain gets up on one knee, turns around, looks at the rest of the party, and says, "Well, that was a blast, wasn't it?"
Oh, please, can we go back to the ship so I can properly get a good sleep? Oh, it's so bright and it's loud.
Roll me a
Oh,
Constitution saving throw.
thank you.
Bastion eventually
And
Bastion eventually comes back and says, "Captain, I didn't have time to ask you, but I decided to do it on my own records. But I got multiple different types of
God.
things to satisfy both alcohol and also fix the alcohol problem.
Please
You'll
do
see what I
whatever you
mean when we
need.
get back to the ship."
Yeah,
I'm
oh,
so
it's
curious
awkward.
when anyone
It-
I want Bastion to explain what he did.
What did you roll, Magdai?
I rolled. Again, I'm gonna let this stand. I rolled a 2, which that's a
At this
20.
point, you yak all over the cobbles, like projectile yakking.
When you
I
when
thought
it,
about at this point.
like before you like you just make like a whoo and Bastion just looks at you and just like right when you do it, Bastion just lifts his legs like he just flies into the air, avoiding it, dodging it. That
Oh
was
gosh.
close. Please don't do that again.
Moxie just keeps walking, not missing a step, having it barely miss her. Like, it's just like, yep, no, I'm just gonna
I've
keep
made
walking. I'm not even gonna turn around.
when we get back to the ship, I will make something that'll help with this. Don't worry.
As we clamber onto the ship, and the shipwright just looks at
Head to
the
the ship.
party, and just looks at like the
I like how
poor Magdai covered
said-
in various fineries.
Whatever.
We'll just say.
I like the idea that Brilton and Alina or whatever come back and it's like, and okay, we're back to the ship. What happened? He's like looking at the rest.
You hear this from Magdai just before she goes down below to, rest herself.
Mhm.
Somebody find Bernera. I'm going down below. I don't feel so good.
Britlin's like, oh my god, what happened? I only left for like an hour or two.
Moxie isn't going to answer. She's going to take Ashes and also go downstairs and cuddle with her pseudo dragon and pass out as well.
Yep.
No
Okay
words,
then.
just going down.
The captain's
Also-
gonna look over at the water and say, "Where's Bernira?
I do not know. You want me to look for her?
Please."
All I know is I gave her to one of the two Megalodons that were following us.
The captain just stops in mid-stride back to his quarters and turns sharply and pivots around and says, "You did what?
They asked me to. I do not know why.
You're telling me," and he's like storming up with a finger in your face and says like, "You fed our crew member to those megalodons?"
I did not fed. They asked me to give her to them, and I did.
At this, when you're sitting there arguing with Bastion, just everyone that's standing up, roll a dexterity saving throw, please.
I believe in Bastion unless Bastion doesn't have to
Captain
do
needs
anything.
to roll. Give me a moment.
Okay. I believe it's a 3. Oh no, Bastion rolled a 15.
Moxie
probably
passed
good.
out,
That's
so
good.
she's
That's
on
good.
her
You
bed.
managed to stay upright.
Yeah, Magdai is out.
The
Again.
Yeah,
captain
that
also
guy's
rolled a
out cold.
15.
Okay, you stay standing up.
Where's the barkeep?
I think
Ash
it's
just
laying
left
on
him
top.
on the dock.
Yeah, I
Okay.
just
She left him
him.
laying on the dock.
Yeah.
He's passed out.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
fair.
Moxie saved his life and just left him on the dock where people could find him and walk off.
Hey, that's fine. That is completely fine.
So, Moxie, have you rolled your...
She's asleep down below deck as well.
Okay, she passed out. So,
Yeah.
Brittlin needs to roll.
Yeah, she's cuddled. She's cuddled
Bretland's like,
with-
shit, I have to do something. Okay. I need to look. It's a Dex saving.
Yeah, dexterity saving throw.
Yeah, dex saving throw.
Okay, Britland. Okay, Britland rolled a 22. Good for
Very
him.
nice.
Very
Okay,
nice.
you all managed to stay upright when you feel a loud thud hit the ship.
Concerned.
Megalodon has smacked the side of the ship with his tail to get your attention.
The captain
The-
leans over and says, "What now?"
Megalodon surfaces, opens his mouth, and there's Brunira curled up on his tongue.
See, she is fine. I did nothing wrong.
Oh.
Bastion says.
He says, "Well, it could be worse." And then more of the building just teeters off, like bits and burning rubble just fall off the top of the cliff again.
Now the other Megalodon, the smaller one, slightly smaller, surfaces, and you see a burnt arm stuck in its teeth.
Oh yeah. Don't ask questions about that.
The captain just looks and says, "Well, heaven help us." And that's where we're gonna end today's game.
Hazugu!
Oh, credits!
Thank you, ladies and
Roll
gentlemen,
credits.
for joining us on Shores of Sorrows, Supera's Legend. I am Captain Wilcock, your storyteller for today. And let's go around the table and introduce our amazing cast. One more time.
Hi guys, I'm Magna. I came in late. I am your psychotic sea queen.
Psychotic.
Rhaenyra.
That's saying it mildly, dear heart. I am Magdai, your wonderful fighter and priestess of the sky, who is now passed out and overcoming a massive hangover.
Massive indeed.
Yes, it's gonna last a while, let's just say
Yes,
that.
because Magdai is tall. That is massive.
Yes, Jody, massive.
Yes.
Let's just say the alcohol that Bastion gave you is that lasts a hecking while.
Yeah, Britlin, would you like to,
Ah, yes. Well, that was me, Britlin. Of course, I'm actually Gearbox. I control, of course, Britlin, Alexo, and Bastion. Bastion's got to be one of my new favorite characters. I really like him. So
and
either
now the voice in the ether.
yes, tell us. Voice the ether, speak.
Alright, Bernira, enough drinking.
We
What?
get,
You were hiccuping, and I thought you were. Sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
We can't hear you.
Ashes, if you're there, we can't hear you.
We still can't hear you.
Be right back.
Well, thank you, Ashes, aka Atrice Noir. And we'll see you guys next time for Realms of Awakened Essence next week. Same time, same place, Saturday, 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. Until then,
Oh, and what an episode it will be against poor Ashes.
yes. Until then,
She'll be fine. We will be fine.
until
Are
then,
you sure about that?
Yes.
we'll have to find out. Until then, sail safe and be empowered to play. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be rating into a person. Just give us a hot second. Let's see. Any suggestions from the cast? All right. Well, in that case, we're going to be rating into Agent B. Smith. So, congratulations, Agent B. Smith. You are our person we're going to be rating into. Give us one moment while I set this up.